the...
It's helping me as well. Thank you so much. Right, we've got really an amazing lineup this afternoon. We're going to have a good time. First up, we have the future of news, how creators and influencers...
Right, let's have a look. What tasks do we need to do first and foremost?
Of course, we know the future of news is not just being shaped by journalists, but by creators and influencers who really command massive audiences. They set the agenda, they do things that traditional media, you know, sometimes struggles to do, but it does all raise new questions about accountability and about trust.
Search for any significant in Bilgun's hideout next to the container storage. Where the hell is Bilgun's hideout?
Journalism director Mitali Mukherjee, who will introduce the panel.
Spaceport, confirm. I was watching a video today where someone was basically saying that if you never, like, go out with your cool stuff, you'll never progress because you'll be too nervous about losing it. I think there's something true in that.
Here we are.
It's so formal.
I know. Everybody's so, like...
I really do.
Right, quiet. Hi, everybody. Wow. How are you guys? Everybody's so quiet.
So, screw it. I'm thinking, let's just get out there. That... And... Guns. Workshop, gunsmith. That. Simple gun parts, mechanical parts. That's quite cool. What does this take? About the same. That's not bad.
The core of what we focus on, which we think is a critical component, is the audience. And some of our research over the past couple of years has been focused.
But I think I'll stick to a light gun.
Which is what's happening in terms of a shift
20
amongst audiences towards what we call, as a broad bracket, news creators.
I can carry more with that. Can I make that?
So one of the things that
Mark II, looting Mark II. I think I can make that.
Young audiences especially have been
Gear.
to spaces that are online. So
I can make that.
Platforms
and I can afford to. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Let's just take the risk.
News creators. They have an impact on public debate. They have a large audience.
That's a Mark I only? Oh, man.
Clear political sides, and our audiences do sort of...
Right, put that away then.
And this isn't a
Where's the Mark II?
Worldwide, but it is something that is beginning to grow in terms of its heft.
Mark I, Mark II.
Campaign with Donald Trump. And you are beginning to see that in countries like France. You're seeing it in other parts of global majority countries.
That does give you more cool shit, though.
Fascinating trends. That's what we're going to dive into over the course of the
panel discussion. Ben Shapiro, Don Lemon, and David Pakman debate the future of news. Okay.
Some of whom did the introductions for themselves.
Arc circuitry and battery. That's pretty easy to find. Heavy shield. Where the hell do you find a power rod? Can be found on Exodus. What's this? Requires level 3. Oh, I can get that. What does this have? Level 1. Okay, that's interesting.
Network founder Don Lemon and the David Pakman show.
17 versus 18. 16, 18, 15, 16.
A crunchy sort of context.
That's quite easy to make. We'll make that.
For those who may not have come across your work, Tara, maybe I'll start with you. A little bit about sort of your
there,
here.
There, and then reusables.
News media space, and then shifted to
that,
solo. Why you chose to do that, and how you sort of differentiate or
define what you do now
versus what you were doing earlier.
I would say that I am now chasing the audience because
I have so much. Oh, you know what? I can make a ton of bandages.
Television anymore. Yeah. They are on their phones.
No,
they're watching
this
YouTube,
one.
They're on Instagram. They're on TikTok. And I
1,
started
2, 3, 4,
5.
Craft those.
I was at Politico.
Apparently, adrenaline is super helpful, and I'd never thought of that before. But apparently, it's a real thing.
I had a podcast with the Ringer there.
Because you can always inject it into yourself whenever you. And I've got so much plastic and shit, so we'll do that. Herbal. Oh.
Reels and shorts for X and Instagram.
So that rapidly charges it up. That's interesting.
I could apply the same rigor of investigative journalism, analysis.
Oh, and I also need heavy gear, don't I?
My guiding force and light in this, rather than politics, commentary, you know, identity.
Okay, so we have that. We have some heavy shit.
Is the same thing that I
We need some bandages, augmentations. No, no.
Or the New York Post or the Washington Examiner. I just have
quick
now
use.
have the ability as an independent
Bandages,
to
adrenaline.
Without having to, you know, think about
light stick.
Into the identity of a network, or is this something that my editors would like?
What's this?
Chase the stories that I've always wanted to.
Grenades.
And you know, have really anyone I want on to interview and pursue accountability.
5 grenades,
journalism.
perfect.
And I think I've been doing this for 17 years, so I understand standards of journalism, and I understand how to break through with real reporting. And I'm just using
okay, I guess we're going out with that. We're going to repair this.
And I'm using some of the.
I can't repair that. Okay, 58 front. Ooh, that's not great.
The showing of the talking through with the audience.
Actually, let's change the map. What have we got here?
That has really worked to rebuild trust, and I think why not do that with traditional journalism?
What else do we have in the blue gate? Sorry, I'm being super like off here. I'm genuinely trying to figure out quests.
My opinion is very clear to people.
If you run out of bullets, there's often ways.
I don't try to hide the ball on that. Pretended objectivity. I try to separate between what I think are the facts, which very often is relying on traditional news gathering sources, and then my opinion, which I'm drawing on my ideology, my centralized values.
Still don't know what to
I've been doing
expect in
this
that.
for quite a long time.
Okay, let's go see if we can find ourselves some routes.
About a decade ago in my co-founder Jeremy Boring's pool house with a couple of podcasts.
Okay, fuck it, we're going.
Grew to be quite large.
We're going.
The company currently does $200 million a year in revenue and is quite a large conservative media company with a reportorial contingent. We have some investigative reporters. We have a White House reporter.
Right, hang on. What is Ben actually talking about right now?
Based outlet, and so our audience understands who we are, and because of that, they know that we're not hiding the ball. We're not trying to lie about where we are coming from. The news is refracted through the prism of our values. And again, I try to be very clear on my own show between what is fact.
Okay, that has got to be. Did anyone else catch that? The news is refracted through the prism of our values. I mean, I guess everyone kind of does that. The more I think about it, like, okay, fair enough. I mean, it doesn't mean you're right, but okay.
And what is my opinion? But I think that that's part of the trust that I have with the audience.
Okay, we're looking for apricots and other
I think
fruits.
That is fair, although I think that the silos there are probably a little bit overdrawn. I don't know what it means to be a news creator as opposed to standalone brand. I think you can be a news creator within the standalone brand or vice versa.
Don Lemon.
Yes.
Don Lemon.
Lemon heads, is that what you encourage?
Farmlands, god damn it.
Yeah, tell us the story.
Let's go to the
So what's the question? What do you?
That's
What's
far.
the story of why you decided to transition away from mainstream media, a space like CNN?
Well, I got pushed out of mainstream media.
Just as long as I'm not saying it and you are.
But honestly, no, it's okay. I mean, it's reality, and I'm about that and about truth. But I mean, if one of the CNN
I don't know if they would have been able to make it all the way over there.
You know that if you open if you're a walking definition of a blessing in disguise, because I think I got out at the right time, and I know that
That's a long ass way away.
There are going to be people who will have to do. They'll be forced to.
What's
do
going on over there?
What I'm doing now. I didn't have to do this, but I still
Right.
had more to say. But so
I can make
what I'm
Raiders
doing is I'm
keys
going where
now.
the audience is, and the audience
Raiders
is
Refuge,
right here
Peak,
on this device,
checkpoints, warehouse
on,
complex,
you know,
village,
a
Beverage
tablet,
City. Is anything in here?
less so on giant television.
No.
My audience, when I look at
I
my
guess I could try
numbers,
find
most people
these
watch me on
things.
television. I think it's like 44%, and there's like 42% who watch me on a smartphone, and then it goes on from there to tablets or whatever. But I'm going where the audience is, and I think that people want personality now. They're not getting news from a brand or letters or whatever. They're coming for people who are authentic, people they trust, people they like, and they don't need the filter of facial makeup or a cocktail dress or a suit or hair that's over hairsprayed and the shiny desk and flashing. They want to get their information from people they like and trust without all the filters. And so that's what I'm doing.
Now, is this guy going to be friendly or is he going to be a pain in the ass?
Because I don't
Oh,
want
shit.
that between me and my audience. No, Barry.
David, Were you thrown out? Did you write a newsletter?
I wasn't thrown out. No, very different path.
I wasn't quite thrown. I was like pushed.
Incoming, bro. Incoming. Move, move, move.
I'm from the business world actually, and I saw a lot of my MBA.
You got enough ammo?
Bankers, financial advisors, private equity people.
Have you got enough ammo?
So I was able to take a year and say I'm going to try to see if.
I got some explosives. I don't know about
if it's
ammo.
not, maybe I'll.
Okay.
Financial advisor.
Okay, fair
After
enough.
all, unfortunately for me, that
Move.
didn't happen. I started early enough to there's been this
Probably not
transition
for both
where
of
there
those.
is, communication
Okay, well, you know what? Let's...
credibility changed over time. Because there was a point when I started where if it didn't look like you were on, as CNN said, there was an this is not credible. And that has really changed over time. In fact, to the point where audiences like mine and maybe some of yours, they see that kind of more traditional staid look and they say, this feels stuffy. I actually want something different. And I think that we benefited from timing.
Shit, it's back, it's back.
Also technologically, widespread high-speed internet access, a 95% reduction in the cost of the audiovisual equipment. That
Okay, I'm gonna see. Actually, I want to take the leaper out. I really do. I want the points for it.
where I was able to take a shot at this. That would have been impossible in 2030.
My channel was stagnant when I started. I rented this big studio in Midtown and spent all this money on cameras and lights and whatever, and so it was fine, but it wasn't growing. And one day I said, you know what, I'm just going to sit in my living room in front of the fireplace, and I'm going to do a show every day called Live at Live. Simmons and Chuck Scarborough back in the 70s doing it all the time. And that's when the audience started talking. And I sat in front of my fireplace and just started talking, not
Got it.
doing stories that they were interested in doing, and that's when my channel started to grow.
Do you have a sense of the demographics of your audience mix? What does it look like?
My audience is heavily London.
Boom, down.
Probably it's about 60% women, maybe 70% women, the rest guys.
Just watch out for a rocket. Oh, shit.
In traditional media, corporate media, they're constantly chasing the young demo,
Yeah.
which is great because I do have a young demo, but I guess a blessing. The demo is
Did you get it?
So
There,
now
you got it. Nice. Well done.
Yeah.
for healthcare, they're looking for me, or in Medicare, they're looking for someone who has an older demographic. So I just think right now is a boon and an opportunity for us, and I don't think it's I know it's not an opportunity for people who are in traditional.
I don't know if you're looking for the leaper cores, but I need two more.
No.
Which is that in the US market, around a quarter of the audiences we surveyed said that they turned to news creators for the news, which is almost equal to the number of people who turn to traditional news brands. So very much disconnect in the US as a market, and that still puts it in the middle of the range. There are markets where news creators are sort of outpaced, and of course there are markets where news creators still remain far behind in traditional news brands. Depends on
I'm in.
what you present and what's
Okay, do you have any heavy ammo?
Values authenticity. So I think that the word authenticity has come up. That is the correct. The problem that it is not really a substitute for credibility. Meaning there are lots and lots of people on the internet who are authentic and who are absolutely not credible, disputable, all the time. And their authenticity can be pure. I mean, absolutely pure. They absolutely believe the bullshit that's doing it at a given time. And so if an audience looks up with that, they're going to get a bunch of bad information. So
Yeah, stay away from that.
Sort of moral duty of people in our space is actually higher than maybe it would be in a system that has more checks and balances, like a major news network or some sort of outlet. And so something that I personally try to take very seriously.
Okay, yeah, I don't have enough firepower to take that thing out, so there's no point sticking around.
Provide them with some level of context and knowledge, and not just to say the things that may affirm their worldview, even if it feels good to them and feels good to me, and may even, in fact, be helpful to the numbers to sort of reaffirm whatever the view was.
Construct that firewall, if you will, of what sort of the rules of the game are, or what the moral rules are, and are you transparent about communicating that to the audiences? Is that something you sort of work at?
I mean, sure. I mean, my audience, I think, has known me for a while. Again, I'd be sort of the legacy side of the new media because my company is now a decade old, which means it's actually one of the older new media companies in many ways. Because of that, I think that, as I said, my broadcasting and my coverage is refracted through a set of values. I prize my values more than I prize political victory. And so what that means is that I'm willing to call out my own side when I feel that that's necessary. I obviously am conservative. It means I'm going to be more critical of people who are on the left because they don't their ideas more. But I think that what my audience expects from me and would be disappointed in me if I did not do is speak the truth even when it applied to figures who are purportedly on quote-unquote our side.
Talk to us a little bit about the platforms and this video storytelling, which happens even in very audio-native formats. It's still streaming live on.
Remind me next time I take more heavy ammo out.
Was that an interesting shift to make? Why do you think there is?
Sounds like our friend got killed.
I think Tara's streaming now, aren't you?
I am streaming. I am streaming right now. Yeah, I think if I mean if you're already recording.
Where are you? What?
Podcast? Why wouldn't you just put the video on? People don't really demand. Like,
so unless you got a revive thing, you can take my shit.
I don't. I'm sorry, bro.
As well. I actually got the advice from Don. Don't get a.
Nah, I don't have that, man. I'm really sorry.
I have some like.
Oh.
Guitar and you know you could do a traveling studio. I do think that the audience, they appreciate
Take care, bro.
Seeing you in your home. I mean, I'll get my plants and stuff like that. But they see pictures of me, of my journey through life behind me, my ancestors, my trips, my reporting journeys. I just think it's a way to get into your world. I mean, they're kind of buying into you whether you like it or not. And since I'm newer to the independent media world, people are still getting to know me, and sometimes I think like the audience would be disappointed if they think, oh, well, you know, you seem to be too tough on someone who was on the left or too tough on someone who was on the right, and they're confused. And I think like the audience is trying to understand. I'm like, no, I'm not here to reaffirm your worldview. You know, I'm not here to feed you content that you want or only present facts that reaffirm your point of view. I'm just going to interview the person in front of me the same way that I would no matter who they are. And whatever the facts bring me, I will, you know, bring to you. And this is the problem. Like, you can chase an audience and you can tell them exactly what they want to hear, but is that ethical? I mean, not to me. If that was the only way that I could have a channel, then I wouldn't do it. But I believe there are people out there that do want information that is based in, you know, actual traditional journalism, but without the corporate hierarchy and all of the.
Okay, let's see what we can find. I don't have that much ammo left, so I should have come up with more heavy.
Some of the biggest newsrooms in the world. It can be really hard, and they are very timid when it comes to the facts. And sometimes you just need to be able to say the facts. And you know, the audiences, they'll figure out if you're for them or they're not. But last time I checked,
drop to the ground.
200 million people on YouTube, they'll find you.
Drop to the ground.
Yeah, I'd rather be there than on TV.
To piggyback on what Ben and Tara said about making a choice about authenticity,
Drop
feeding
that.
the audience what they want,
Put that there, because that thing explodes.
Part of my audience in the lead up to the last election, where I think it must have been September
Drop to
or
the
something like
ground.
that, where I looked at the polling and I said, listen, we can kind of feel whatever we want about the way this is going.
Batteries, they're
It's
important.
worse for Kamala Harris in the 7 key swing states than it was for Biden in 2020. It's worse than it was for Hillary in 2016. This just I'm just doing, it's not even arithmetic, it's just I'm looking at numbers and telling you what they are. And a very loud, but I think probably small slice of my audience said that we need positivity, that this is not what the moment calls for. And it was a really interesting moment because I could have just gone back to, guys, this looks great, get out there. But it just
Hey, someone in here?
what it was. And depending on where you're in your career and kind of like where your show is in terms
Hey, watch out, there's lots of spidery
it's
things
very
around.
interesting to kind of go back to what's the easiest thing for your audience.
Because everything is so immediate. If you're doing a YouTube show, I do a live show. When I started, no one wanted video. And I mean, it hasn't even been.
Hey, not much.
I started about a little over a year and a half ago. And I was pitching my show around, and no one wanted video. Now everyone wants video. Now people are into live, and people are doing lives. And before it was like, paid content. It monetizes better, and you can.
Well, I'm just.
Now people.
Pretty much. I mean, there's a couple of rooms I haven't gone through. To be honest, I wasn't sure if this was the way out, so I'm probably going to go back inside and see if there was something in a room there.
Do you want to go down?
Yeah.
I used to do that when I was sitting on a big.
Watch yourself.
Desk, and I say, teleported you into a certain place. And so I went out to the swing states, battleground states, and just talked to people. And then I started getting calls from Fox News and Newsmax, and oh my gosh, you're getting a lot of Trump out there. You must be really sad. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's a lot of Trump. People are saying they're voting for Trump in places and demographics that you didn't think would be saying that. And I got the same thing. Don, you're curating this. I don't want to hear that. And I say, I'm sorry.
No, I haven't seen anyone else. There was one person who died, but that was about all I've seen.
Having a bias towards just feeding people what they want, whether that's left or right, and you have to fight against it.
In the short term, it's a hit, but in the long term, it's actually an asset. Because in the short term, the easy incentive is to go for the sugar high and giving the audience precisely what they want, but you actually lose your authenticity. You lose what you are when you do that.
Because after the election, people say, Don, you saw it, you called it,
right.
They respect you for that, and they come back because then they realize you're actually telling them the truth.
Yeah, let me ask you this, David, and then we can get thoughts from all of you and specifically. One of the other things that we see in the US is polarized culture of identified content creators.
Lots of searching and breaching.
Identified politically, they would name a wholly different list of 15 personalities if they were, right-leaning versus when they were left-leaning. Do you think that's reflecting an industry dynamic?
Here's somebody else.
Do you think that's how the ecosystem has developed?
Yeah, it was a bunch of people around.
I think from the creator perspective, you're starting with what are your values, and hopefully at least tribe, what is authentic to you, and then that's going to put you somewhere on the political spectrum. I think without a doubt, the way that algorithms engage directly with what triggers the most emotional response is a direct driver of the hyperpolarized nature. And, I'm guilty of it to a degree because I'm in this space. I also try to be honest with my audience.
Sounds like our boy found someone.
Like gas prices and whether a president controls them. I'm very honest that this is overly politicized. It's a political football. And the truth is presidents can do a couple of things related to gas prices, and it's mostly not about that. And so I try to...
Oh, is that you?
That I do have a perspective, I do have an opinion. From a moral standpoint...
Oh, sorry, bro. I saw the explosion. I thought someone was attacking you.
That there are things that are completely political, there are things that are outside of that, and hopefully the audience appreciates that over the long term.
Literally, I saw an explosion and thought, oh, fuck, you're a bit attacked, so I fired at the guy.
This is my informed view. There we go. Don, look at this come together. The reason I say this is because the TikTok and X algorithms in particular program for virality. And so they are programming for what is the strongest response.
Oh, shit, nice.
They think what they're saying is popular, and then they do more. Never again. Something that's very popular to talk about. And so, say, my first recommendation is to do something that actually is the opposite of what our industry is saying, which is get offline.
Okay, this is interesting. What happened to you?
Get off your phone on Friday night, get back on your phone on Saturday night.
Oh, sorry, bro. I don't have a defib. Sorry.
Bonding over value, share things. The more online we are, the more polarized we are, and I think that's been the opposite.
Did someone attack you, or was it the arc that hit you?
Decades in the country. The more informed you are, the better the electorate's going to be.
Okay, right. So someone out there is sniping, huh? Okay.
So polluted, and because it is actually programming to the id inside all of us, what that means is that probably the more time you're spending on X, or the more time you're spending on TikTok,
Okay, cool. I'm gonna see if I can spot them.
you are, and also the more polarized you are, and the more out of touch with reality you are.
That's true. People think that they live on... I have a producer who lives on Twitter. And every time I ask him for something, he goes to Twitter. And I said, do you ever do research other than Twitter?
Touch some grass.
Yeah, touch the grass. But I do... It's interesting that, Ben, you say that because I do...
You're friendly? Well, watch out. There's people around here who aren't.
I'm on Go Live at 10 and 5, and I tell them between them, they can be informed without being inundated. They can read.
There's a few people here sniping, so watch yourself if you're gonna run across there.
Turn the TV off. And I mean... Turn the TV off or turn your... And read and pick your moments, but I rarely do content. Every once in a while I'll do weekend content because I think it's important to give people a break. I do think that people should be in community with each other, and that's something that we should all be pushing. It doesn't, you don't make that much more revenue, become that much more successful by constantly pushing even on the weekends.
Yeah, I'm friendly, but I was saying someone around there is sniping people, so careful when you run out. That's all I was saying.
That's kind of the spaces where people are driven to the
TikTok's enormous. The news app.
TikTok's enormous, but it's probably got a bit more. It's not sort of news, if you will. It's been like function.
Okay, that was dumb.
There is sort of a primary preponderance of right-wing identified voices. Is there a reason you think for
I mean, I think that you see this quite frequently in terms of new technology. Right into the market to adapt because they feel shut out of traditional spaces. So, for example, the right was very shut out of TV spaces. Cable emerges, Fox News emerges.
I need some more ammo to try to take that thing out.
And then after cable,
I'm gonna need way more grenades to try that thing.
so the timeline's off here, but that's basically the idea of start your own online outlet is a lot more attractive than somebody who is going to have access to organized, man, I'm old enough to remember that. Whereas when we're
Nice.
newsletter, it's basically a riot of news because how dare I write to you? And so, right, then what happens is that people realize there's a market there, they move into that market, and the new market emerges. So I think there's definitely something to that.
A lot of these operations at a big also left spaces where it's
You get it? You get it?
like me who are just building something and there really hasn't been
Nice.
large influx, especially with younger people as they get into this age where they might think about starting to produce content. It's been missing, and a lot of my colleagues said we all could have gotten going far more quickly on some of these platforms if someone had
But I find a way down that doesn't involve me dying.
had come in more rapidly to fill the gap that was then subsequently created as the right came in. There just really hasn't been that funding.
It's a short
Oh,
side
fuck,
corner
okay.
on the left, or even center. If you're on the right, what's
Move!
Sea Ventures or something like the Red Sea.
You're talking about the company that's
Yeah,
rotating
Red Sea
Fox News
Ventures,
now.
you have pouring money into conservative spaces. And you don't see that on the even center left. Or even
They're
center
starting
right.
to.
It's
There's,
but
they have these like pacts now. What is it called? All of these creators are part of Chorus. They're all getting supported through these
but
pacts.
not nearly to the.
No, they're behind, but they didn't need it because
Hey, well
they
done,
just
guy.
went
Good
through the
shot.
News and get interviews over and
This is
over.
really good to understand that a lot of people who would be funders for these sorts of enterprises, why do I need to fund that? We already did CNN or MSNBC.
That's, I think they were behind the curve in realizing that the power of that was the
I totally agree.
Tara, one question to you before we move on. Conflicting challenges, which I'm sure there are many of. What also sort of comes through in a lot of our research is that you work with key creators, most often it would be men.
Bro, you're out?
Sort of political op-ed style.
You can deal with it, okay, watch out.
Yeah, I don't have a deep rib, bro. I'm sorry.
Is it
I just don't think there are as many women doing it yet. I hope to be, there's Megan Kelly, Candace Owen, there's still but now there's less that are doing it. These
Okay, I am officially out of heavy ammo.
under the desk news. I just think it's maybe taking a little bit longer. And I think eventually it'll be more balanced. I think there will be more women.
You can take jobs, you're scared to take
I
Yeah, absolutely.
men like politics. I mean, so I hope that in a few years from now it's way more balanced.
heavy ammo. Here. I found that guy's body at the hospital.
Evolved as well. It started off with all men.
I don't know.
Did someone say heavy ammo?
Yeah.
Oh, cheers, man. I really appreciate that. That's really.
Gender-wise.
Yeah, you're also asking us to go out on our own and create our own businesses. Create our own platform, independent media, small businesses essentially is what you're starting at. And so, women have to be incentivized to see that there is revenue there for them.
Yeah.
And I think they are.
Anyone need to bash himself?
And I hope to one day
damn
be a
it.
model
I'm
for
still
other
trying to
women.
live in my shit up.
I think
Yes,
you are.
you only need to bash yourself, so that someone who's here always for you.
It's interesting though, because in America you don't see a lot of women on the news. You do, you have like Alex
I think I
Cooper,
Yeah.
entertainment. no shade to it. It's a whole different
There's
thing.
two
It's
branches
more
of it.
creative
Yeah.
than a journalist. But I find that I think in Turkey and in other countries, women who give news and information are huge
I'm trying to go on the expeditions. I'm trying to...
voices and independent voices. And
Yeah, what are those expeditions? I've heard about those.
in the United States. It has
It just gives you more
I think when
fucking...
cable news
like
starts to lose
accessories
more
and
and more
shit. I'm probably
journalists
gonna
and
wait
they're
for this to do it because I don't play this game.
continue with their layoffs as they seem to do.
So basically it's higher rewards, is what you're saying.
I was a White House
It
correspondent.
resets some of your progress.
I was a podcast.
No, what I looked at it said it resets everything, level, everything, but it gives you like fucking...
But they've only been a broadcast journalist. So
It's not paid, it's a lot faster.
And I just think that you just have to take the leap. And
Wow, okay, but you start from zero? Wow.
Who knows, maybe we'll create a lady collective.
I'm only smiling because I can pick up a trend here. Cable news is on the wane. Stop watching TV. Listen to me at 5. There's a mood here. Let's talk about TV.
That's what I was worried about.
It's a treadmill in many ways.
It does wipe all your blueprints. You're gonna have to get those.
Content, how to get more engagement. How do you manage all of that when you're kind of a one-man, one-woman machine?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of options. One is you really do everything yourself. You do actually like the business side of it. The other is you
I've got a bunch, so I'm good. I'm all right.
A little more corporate, and you start delegating in that way, or some combination. I enjoy the business side of
Yeah,
it, but I
it was been there. It was there the whole time.
He was trying to fucking...
I think one of the challenges is as it becomes clear that the news space can be lucrative and it can be...
I tell you, the day I found the Annabelle blueprint was a good day for me.
And to a degree they already have. It's one of the largest news channels.
Yeah, keep it safe, because as soon as you get it, it's like everything changes. You can just actually hammer your way through. And if you lose it, you don't care. You don't have to fork out 16,000 credits or whatever the hell it is.
Those come in with funds.
Yeah, I don't know what blueprint I found, but I found...
The other thing is, for a long time when I was doing this, when new people came into the market,
Okay.
I didn't really see them as competitors. In the sense that hires
I still got 5 minutes, guys, so it's here.
was just great for everybody. I think
Cliffside Air Shaft is the, it's an air shaft this way. Air shaft's this way, 5 minutes.
24 hours a day, etc. It's less clear to me now. Like I do think the spaces are starting to get a little bit more crowded. Where
How do you get up? That's the question.
creators rather than we're just growing the pie at the same time that everybody's getting their slice. So I don't know where that goes in the next 5 years.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't look at people as competitors either. It's interesting because I would look at folks on other networks when I was in traditional media as competitors. But you know, we support each other. Tara's on my channel.
Okay, I'm hearing something big out there.
To do something, I'll do it. I can.
Yeah, that's a...
You know, I use my own Rolodex as set up a program. You know, and I get people to come on who have their own product.
Mark on screen. 5 minutes left. Go find your way home. I repeat,
I think you just straight out die at the end.
Scrappy, of course, but you need
If you don't have an elevator call
Yeah, and
or
in
an
terms
air shaft
of
call or something like that, yes, you will.
Yeah, you all die and you lose everything, so quick.
Channels and legacy media.
But if you
I
have
don't
something
think
in
that
progress,
they
if you have an
really
extraction in progress,
gotten
you won't die.
that I shouldn't probably give away the secret that they don't need to use so many resources.
This is where having lots of adrenaline shots comes in real handy.
Because
Yes,
I put on
we should be able to make it up
Jim
easily. You're
Acosta,
900
Joy
meters.
Reid and I
It's just whether or not
did
they're going to camp
coverage
in the extract.
of two different things, a huge
Oh,
protest.
that's why we have three of us. I hate people that do that shit. I lost really
forget
good
something- I
shit by
forget what the
someone
other
doing
one
that.
Yeah, there's
And we
one
did it
time
with
someone
the-
thought I
my
was
small team,
I was a
which is
rat.
a team of
I
4
was actually
people.
shooting
Doing
the
Tara was
rats.
part of it.
Hey, friendly.
You know, and we didn't have to have
I had a rat. I had a
writer and
fucking
control room
fucking
and all those
rat
things.
literally
And it
tell
was
the guy
network
killed
quality
me and told
coverage
them that I
that
was the
people tune
rat.
into.
I don't know what happened afterwards, but they probably died.
We didn't have we didn't see the corporate filter. We weren't pushing it through the corporate filter, saying, you know, can I say this? Is the boss going to be mad if I happen to insult Donald Trump, even inadvertently? Is he going to call the company and say, get rid of that guy
Yeah,
on the
I've
anchor desk?
been
We
losing
don't,
a lot of
we don't
shit.
have those,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
challenges.
Yeah, sure. One is the
That's
financial
why I went to a
point.
free
I just-
loadout because I literally only have 2 guns.
WTF shut down.
Well, I just sent a bunch of you guys friend requests in case you want to do stuff going forward.
It was not a company holiday in 4 years, including vacations right now, right? Because if you're not on the air, it's not just a substitute host on my show, for example. And so, yeah, it can burn you out. Plus, I mean,
Sweet, that was a productive run.
increasingly frenetic for over a decade. And I keep looking around going, when is somebody going to take a breath? Nobody's taking a breath, and it just gets more psychotic every single moment. And so at a certain point, it went from being, fun to kind of a drag. And sometimes it goes back to being fun, but the reality is that like anything else, on a daily basis, it sort of depends on what you're covering, whether it's interesting. The news cycle is so fast now that a cycle that would have taken 2 weeks now takes 2 days, and by day 3 you're kind of bored with the topic already, and you got to move on to the next thing, and so is the audience. And so that's very difficult. In terms of the business, I will say I'm in a bit of a different position because we actually scaled like a very large scale company. What that meant was bringing on other creators, some for good, some for ill, and I think
talk about that?
Not particularly. But
Hashtag no regrets.
but yeah, regrets. We have a few. But I think that.
All right, let's try something different. I'm not really paying attention to you, bro. I've got to be honest. Diary of a CEO. Who's interesting? Who's worth listening to? Okay.
We put a lot of pressure on people.
Talk to me about buying a house.
They need to get onto that property ladder, but there's ways to build wealth that don't require you to be in the real estate game, including 3 numbers that everyone should know when it comes to their personal finance: 65, 20, 15. Just knowing that creates a better life for yourself.
Nisha Shah is the former high-profile investment banker turned financial mentor,
whose content has helped millions rethink
their millions
break free from crippling debt
and take the first steps toward building lasting wealth.
I think you can build one as opposed to just replacing it, in all honesty. Like, I'm pretty sure if I go to workshop, gunsmith, and there, yeah, like I can build one as opposed to just repairing one.
Until I realized that if I continue living this way, the freedom, the choice, the options that I want aren't going to exist. Hold on, give me a second.
What's your sub for?
And I felt really trapped at times, but I don't know how to escape. And I know a lot of people are probably hearing this and thinking, I'm also in that place. And so I really
gun parts, mechanical components is what I need. And gun parts, can I make gun parts?
Freeing themselves and using money.
No, I can make mechanical components though.
Wasn't expecting that.
That's pretty helpful.
Okay, so people are hungry for easy money tips, and these stay the same regardless of how much you earn.
Blue
so
Gate.
we talk about the peace of mind fund, and doing that puts you ahead of 59% of Americans.
Do we do it again? How do I do this?
And this does more for your emotional well-being than
I have no idea. You know what?
Okay. But the way cost of living is
let's see if we can find people.
So this is when you want to move on to investing. That is the easiest way to make money. And my principle with investing is
Esperanza.
Listen, to my regular listeners, I know you don't like it when I ask you to subscribe at the start of these conversations. I don't like saying it, I don't like it being in there, none of us like it. It's frustrating. Do you know what's also frustrating? It's also frustrating when I go into the back end of the YouTube channel and I see that 56% of you that listen frequently to this podcast haven't yet subscribed. And so many of you don't even know that you haven't subscribed, because I see in the comment section, you say to me, you go, I didn't even realize I didn't subscribe. And that actually fuels the show. It's basically like you're making a donation to the show. So that's why I ask all the time, because it enables us to build and build and build and build. And we're going for the long term here. So all I'd ask you is, if you've seen this show, help me, help my team.
See, I like that. I can purchase that for that. So what do I do to get it?
Thank you to all of you guys that do subscribe. It means the world to me. Let's get on with the show.
Just 20% bundle.
Nisha.
6,500.
With your YouTube channel, which has accumulated almost 2 million subscribers.
Well, I can't do it live because people will see my account details, and that'd be annoying. Backpack.
What is the mission that you're on? What is it you're trying to do?
Oh, I can change
Money
them?
touches
What's this?
every part of our life and impacts so many choices, from where we choose to live,
Trials,
what we choose
projects.
To do for a living, what our weekends even look like.
Go to projects.
So my mission is really simple. It's
you have to. I forgot. Yeah, you have to put things in.
And turn it into easy,
codex,
actionable
trials
that anyone can implement and understand.
And what kinds of people in what kinds of financial situations? Because obviously we've got millionaires on one end, and then we've got people like me, 18.
Blue Gate, I guess. Let's see if we can find that fruit.
Get a couple of quid together to feed myself.
The principles of money stay the same regardless of how much you earn. And although my mission is to help make money more accessible, the principles, the underlying thinking, the mindset.
Weapons mod, silencer.
Whether you're making 50,000, 500,000 or more.
Mag extender.
We don't.
We don't know. Ian's always teaching me about money. My parents didn't teach me about money growing up either. So
Repair.
someone like you who can simplify some of these big complicated words or terms or strategies, I think.
Okay, I need a lot of heavy
of
ammo.
the moment, but also more needed now than
Because
ever.
this
because
shit
people are
runs
complaining about
out
cost of living
quick.
crises and prices going up and inflation and all these kinds of things. Is that what you're seeing?
Absolutely. And at the same time, it's becoming harder and harder to save our hard-earned money because everything.
One adrenaline shot,
whether
3 of
it's
those, one of those, one of those.
needs going up,
Quick
everything
use.
is trying to pull you away from your money.
And who are you?
I'm
Who
a
are you?
qualified accountant. So I studied finance at university.
Grenades.
Then I qualified as a chartered accountant, and then I spent 9 years in banking.
And do you think your sort of psychological or emotional or, I don't know, trauma response to money plays a role in our relationship with money?
Absolutely. We definitely all have a unique relationship with money. And a lot
My
of it comes
relationship
from
with
our
money?
brain. It's like an invisible backpack that we carry that we don't even realize that we're carrying it. And it could be
Okay, I
fed
guess
to
we're good
us
to go.
through what we've experienced firsthand, or whether we've just been on a fly on a wall.
Fill squad, so we're
hearing
gonna go in as a
conversations between
team.
Our parents. And what might feel invisible at the time has
See how
such
this
a
thing
big
goes.
impact on the way you see money, how you use it, how you earn it, grow it, spend it, save it, everything. But that said, you can understand what to do to start making it and turning it into your favor.
What was your relationship like with money when you went to university?
I didn't understand what money meant to me.
I gotta be honest, I don't think anyone really does. I certainly had no idea what money was when I went to university. I literally thought it was just something you used to spend on things you liked. I didn't realize that it really was a tool you could use to create more wealth for yourself and more prosperity for yourself, you know?
So I followed society's version of money.
What's
So
up?
I bought all the things to make me look better, all the things to make my lifestyle look better. And I did that after
I have an objective.
years and years and years.
I gotta say, I have an objective to get some more fruit for my chicken.
That if I continue
So if you guys want to help out with that at some point, I'd appreciate it.
the freedom, the choice, the options I have or that I want aren't going to exist.
But if you have something else you need to do, let me know.
You realised that, or was it just an accumulated feeling?
So for a long time, I believed in this blueprint. Go to school, get a job, climb the ladder, and security will follow. And I did that to the T.
There's nothing up here.
Almost a decade, 9 years in banking. And I'll say I was about halfway into my career, where I was, I met this amazing woman, she's basically my mentor, and we were working on multi-billion-dollar transactions late into the nights for weeks in a row at times. And we were in the middle of one of the largest deals that we've done. And overnight, she lost her job.
I just need to grab some, I think it's some apricots, and then I can upgrade my rooster to collect more things for me.
At the time, that this person believed in financial security. This person believed in the blueprint, and it was taken from her.
Well, yeah, I think you get olives in the olive grove. I'd be surprised if you don't. As for prickly pears, it's like random cactuses.
And I realized
Careful, the rocketeer's over there.
someone else the power to feed you, you're also giving them the power to starve you. And that's when I really understood, okay, I need to learn about money. I need to stop spending it in the way that I'm spending it. I need to stop having this mindset around money, because what it's done right now is it's kind of trapped me. So what I did is took the power back in my own hands, did everything I needed to learn how to save, spend, invest, budget, and it came very easily to me because I was in
Lemons.
It was financial lingo, and I could simplify it very, very easily for me.
Apricot
And that's
right
really
here.
where
Oh, nice,
my
nice.
mindset or my change in thinking around money
Right here.
changed, and that's the same moment where I started my YouTube channel.
Ah, okay.
That was it.
Because a lot of people bury their heads in the
how are you?
sand. I was looking at some stats earlier on.
Thanks,
that
again.
The vast majority of people just have this sort of avoidant relationship with.
I think I need like one more, and then I'm good.
With financial literacy, with
Hey.
their bills, with their bank statements. I mean, there's like long-standing jokes on the internet that people just don't open their banking apps. They
Perfect.
just don't look at it.
Yeah, there's even a terminology for this, and it's called the ostrich effect. And it's a cognitive bias that explains people will avoid looking at negative financial information because of the fear of how it makes them feel. It's the same reason why we don't check our bank
Okay,
account
sweet.
after
I've got
an
enough for
hour
my
in
chicken,
because
so
of
I guess you
high
guys want to do
bills
anything?
above
I help out.
when we don't check them. But it's that thing avoiding it, thinking that,
make
oh,
sure
it's
you
just going
stay
to
alive.
disappear if I don't look at it. It's that thing that keeps you stuck.
Nah, put it into my special
Safe
like
pocket,
pouch thing.
safe
Yeah,
pocket.
exactly. Yeah. I'm leaving without that
Oh,
no matter
shit.
what happens.
So if someone
That guy's
listens to this
almost
right now
dead.
and they
Take him. Get the points.
resonate with this idea of
Just
the
watch out for other
Yeah.
raiders.
They have a plan. They kind of just they get paid.
Yeah,
they,
get up in that
they answer their
building.
bills,
That guy's
and
got
they
the right
wait till
idea.
the next payday. They're not being intentional. Is there a step in taking back control?
You done it? Nice.
Number one that I'll say to do is build a peace of mind fund.
A peace of mind fund.
This is not about
Cool.
maths. It's not the mathematically optimal thing to do, but it is a psychological. Because as we've discussed, money is as
Somebody
much
else
about
had to have
emotions
fucked with him.
as about-
Yeah, about to say,
it's
keep an eye out for
about
someone else. I hear them.
So what I'll say is go through the last 30 days of your bank statements and calculate exactly how much it costs for 1 month of your living. So mortgage, rent, utilities, bills, minimum.
Oh, someone set something off.
Whatever that total is, that's the amount that you want to save up for your peace of mind fund.
Okay, so I go through my last 30 days of my bills. I find out that it's cost me, let's say, $1,000.
That's 1 month of your core living expenses.
Yeah, so I need to save $1,000.
You don't need to invest it. You don't need to save it. You don't need to, it's not for a holiday. The reason why you want to save this is because when life does what it does best, which is throw curveballs,
Now where?
you want to make sure that you have a counter. If a boiler broke, your car dies in 1 day, the last thing you want, if the stress of dealing
Got
with
it.
that thing is the financial stress.
I've got a
of
thing
how
that's
you're gonna pay for it.
like my thing says to
That's
go
what
through
this
the
thing
broken
does.
earth.
It tells you,
Not
I've
sure
got
what
peace
it
of
means.
mind.
That means
Whatever life throws at me, I can handle it. And saving that 1 month of living.
follow the trail of
costs
destruction through the
puts you
broken earth.
ahead of
Actually, I think I have an objective here too. Let's have a look.
and 30% of people living in the UK.
Oh, watch out for that guy right there.
59% of Americans, unfortunately, can't pay for a $1,000 expense,
Watch out for that rocketeer.
and 30% of people in the UK can't.
We go
cover
through the
1 month's
broken
of
earth is
living
pretty
expenses if
open.
something happened.
What is
Where's the other person? Oh, they're there.
Step
Okay, cool.
2, this is where
Yeah,
we do
he
really
marked
talk
it.
about
Snitch. Snitch.
This is you cut the financial.
Fuck.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, like, so many times people ask me, Nisha, I have
Oh.
4,000, 5,000 sitting in my bank account. What should I do with it? And my first question.
I don't
back to
think
them
it called anyone down.
Do you have any high interest rate debt?
No,
Because
definitely not.
if you have savings of $2,000 earning 4%, but you also have credit card debt at 20%, you're leaking money more than you're making it. It's like pouring water into a bucket with holes in it and wondering why it's going to fill up. So what you want to do is you want to take all of your debt that you have, rank it from highest to lowest.
In terms of interest.
God damn, not a single hit.
Right? And then everything above 8%, you want to make minimum payments across everything first. And then everything above 8%, you want to throw your extra savings into the highest interest rate first.
Right, you know what? I need to find out what
The debt
people
with the
are.
highest interest rate, and then move down in that order.
An interest rate, is that paid monthly or yearly?
It's paid monthly.
It's paid monthly. So if I have a £1,000 loan on a credit card and the interest rate is 10%,
Yeah.
I'm paying £100.
Paid monthly. Over the year, they're going to pay 100.
Okay.
But that's split out into monthly payments, assuming that they're not drawing down more on that credit card.
And are you against credit cards?
Credit cards are good if you're using them the right way. Really good if you're using them in the right way. And that means
I'm gonna assume the
points
wreckage
that
is
you're
up
using,
to
the rewards that you get for it,
all this
the
crap
bonuses
up
that
here
you
in
get
the
from
front.
it, all really helpful. Only if you're paying them off in full every
Are
single
you
month.
inbox zero or are you
Here we
a
go,
If you're
yeah.
not
Honda
doing
man?
it in that way, which is kind of what they want
Now
you
it
to
says
do,
investigate
because
the
they want you to
unknown
miss those
art
payments,
issue.
because that's how credit card companies
Okay, well,
make
watch
money,
out, inbox.
they
You've
want
got
those
a
payments.
wasp on you.
If you're not doing that, then the benefits just don't weigh up.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. Use credit cards, but use it in a way that stacks up in your favor, not in the credit card company's favor.
It's almost paradoxical that you'd use a credit card, but only
I
if you
love
afford to
this
use a
gun.
credit card.
Yeah, that's
Do you know what I
exactly. Yeah, you gotta think about it. Can I pay for this thing outright in cash? If I can, then I can ship it out on my credit card. And that's the normally it's property if you're using it to make money, healthcare, education. But for anything else, unless it's making you money, yeah, that's the way you want to think about it, because it does
Well,
encourage extra spending.
run.
Otherwise.
Okay, so I'm going to pay off my high interest debts first with any spare cash that I have.
Yeah.
What's number 3?
Number 3 is build your emergency fund.
Okay.
All right, did my
So
mission.
this is your core living expenses that we've already calculated in step 1. And you want to times that by 3 if you are single, you have...
You good? You done your thing, or?
Yeah, yeah, mine
Or you
just
want to times it
unlocked.
by 6 if you are head of household, you have a mortgage, you have unpredictable income. That's your emergency cushion. And it
Found a
protects you
sweet
from
gun
bigger
right here
life
last time.
It's the third
I
thing you
played.
want to
Oh
do.
shit!
It's
There's that
protects you if you
fucking
lose your job, if you have a health
rock
scare,
here.
if there are
And
dependents
we
that
got
you
to
need
think
to
about
care
leaving
for.
at
This
some
kind of
point.
buys you
So
that
Well,
time.
we're right at the place we'd
But
leave
there's
at.
really
So
interesting research from
no,
Vanguard
this one's closed.
that actually showed
well, do you have any heavy ammo?
3 to 6 months of your
Have you got heavy weapons?
Head home at the warehouse
does
air shaft.
more for your
Yeah, I
emotional
think so.
well-being.
But you can
than
take it out if
everything
you've got enough
that
heavy
you
stuff.
So just the peace of mind again.
It's that breathing room, yeah, 3 to 6 months of breathing room in your bank account. It just moves the needle. It's the peace of mind, it's the security, it's the stability. One of the core feelings. We're looking at making more money, learning more, and we're chasing the next number. And actually the thing that's going to have the biggest impact and move the needle on our financial well-being is, at this stage, having that 3 to 6 months of payment expenses.
It's all relative, right? At the end of the day. It's incredibly stressful, and I've been there when you don't know if you can pay this month's rent, if you don't know if you can feed yourself. But also the sort of
I threw some heavy ammo on the ground right
to
here.
acknowledge that if something were to happen, you'd be screwed.
Cool, thank you.
It's an incredibly stressful way to live, and you might not even realize the stress consciously, but you might just feel it. It might just be an angst in your life.
Thanks.
Yeah, and
I want to check that spot. No problem. I want to check that spot for a weapon
who
case.
don't have that emergency buffer in place. They have that anxiety.
Well, we know how to get out if we have to move quickly, so.
6 months.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
people that
there's
they
a
surveyed,
switch
their
over here.
productivity at work was better just from
It
knowing
was over
that they didn't
here.
have that financial stress.
I know millionaires.
Yeah, it was in that.
have
It was
a lot of
down
money
inside this
that are in a
garage.
similar position.
Well, there's a lot of arc around here,
They
so.
are stressed and anxious because their
Yeah.
overheads are also in the millions.
Well, we can
every
get underneath that.
month.
We can get
And
inside
there's
right
a lot of money coming in, but there's a lot of money
This.
going out. So there's
Yeah.
still sometimes
Well, I took
just
some
1 or 2
damage.
months
Ouch.
away from being at zero.
Yeah.
It's a different type of stress because their sort of subjective experience and lifestyle.
I'm hoping
is
this is
better,
worth it.
on a day to day, but
Yeah, me
it's
too.
interesting that it's really relative to your outgoings.
Exactly.
What's the fourth point then? So I've got have a peace of mind fund, which is 1 month's expenses.
Oh, man,
Number
it was on
2
the
is
back
pay
of
off
this
high
truck right
interest
here.
rate debt. Number 3 is build an emergency fund, which is 3 times
Right
your
here,
monthly
sitting on the
expenses if you're
bed,
single,
the
and 6 times if
tailgate.
you're in a relationship. and
Sons
then
of
people
bitches.
depending on you.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be time to get the fuck out of here in a minute.
A lot of people just save. And I just want to, before we move into step 4, I want to say that if you're saving, you only want to save for one of 2 things. The emergency fund and the peace of fund, the mind fund that we spoke about. And the second thing is for any goals that you have in the next 5 years, whether that's a house deposit, car deposit. Other than that, it's going to be the value is going to be eaten away quicker with inflation if you're just keeping it at the same income.
Okay, so you don't want to save. You don't want to oversave.
You don't want to oversave. Know when to stop saving and start investing.
And when does one start?
All right,
investing
should
and
we
stop
focus
saving?
on getting the hell out?
Yeah, I got 5
Making our
minutes.
way
We may as well
towards
get
the-
out before it all gets a bit
That's the
crazy.
first step. At that point, once they've done
Yeah.
step 1 to 3, this is the point. And the reason why I say this, Stephen, is because if you start investing before you got from steps 1 to 3, and you don't have any savings aside,
Shit.
and the market goes down,
I'll have to go
and
back
you
the other
have an
way.
emergency, you're gonna have to pull that money out at a loss,
Yeah.
or you're gonna have to go into debt, which is why that was step 2.
I don't have much for
Financial
fucking health
so
over.
it's really important to have steps 1 to 3 done before you even think about investing.
Okay.
Those 3 to 6 months is your core living expenses. So it's forget all your spending on the things that you.
This is when adrenaline comes in handy.
Make life good. It's just the things that you need to absolutely survive. Because if you do lose your job, you're not going to be out partying and spending loads of money. You're going to think, okay, how do I pay my bills? for the
Shit,
next
it's
month?
labeling me. Fuck.
How do I survive for the next month? That's the thing that's going to be
Okay. So it's not like the season ticket adventure.
Yeah, it's calling the Rocketeer in. Go watch it.
Yeah. Oh, I found a gun case.
Yep. Where do we get out of here?
Up in
It's
the top of this tower with a Berletta.
For a
there.
while, we've heard the phrase save for retirement.
Yeah.
Saving for retirement. You cannot
Oh,
save
what was
your
up
way
there
to
on that
retirement.
one? Is there
With the
something
way
on
cost of
that
living
shelf
is
too?
going, with the way
Oh, I
inflation is
never even
going,
looked on that
with
shelf before.
The price retirement is going to cost by the time you get there. Saving is just
Oh,
not
another
enough.
anvil. Oh god, I got a million of these things. Not a million,
And there are
All
2
right.
main ways that you
but all right.
can invest.
We gotta get where we're going.
Most people know that they should be investing, but
Oof.
they
dark all over the place over there.
Say I'll do it tomorrow or next
Oh yeah.
week or
Plus, we're
next
gonna
year.
have to deal with other raiders
When I'm
potentially.
rich,
Yeah, everyone's gonna be making it out at the same time. So
they missed out on
reload.
the powerful lever that they had going for them, which is time. That is one of the most important things when it comes to investing. Because of the way when you start investing with small recurring amounts, it just compounds over time. So early, often when it comes to investing, there's two avenues to invest through. The first is through your employer-sponsored retirement account, and the second is through your own individual tax-advantaged account.
What are those two things?
The first is done through your employer. So what they do is they invest on behalf of you. In the UK,
Oh,
you're
great.
automatically enrolled
Perfect.
into it. In the US, you'll have to check with your HR and get yourself enrolled into it. And what this does is your company, before
We'll
you
have to go around.
you or puts money into your bank account, it takes a small percentage, and you can decide how much, and it puts it towards investments for you.
Oh, that's a fucking turret.
So you're not
Oh
paying
my
tax
gosh.
on that amount, you're putting it into an investment account, and then that
Fuck.
money is compounding.
You down?
Pre-tax.
Do all employers do this?
Most employers do it, not all employers.
Hang on, I'm coming. I can revive you, but then we really have to rush, bro.
Put some money in.
Yeah.
Also match that amount.
Sorry.
Get behind that thing and get ready to go up the zip line.
Check with your HR.
And is there a cap?
There is a cap to how much they
Oh
will
shit!
match.
No.
So say they match
Get rid of
up to 3%.
right, zip line time.
The 3%. But then you
Yeah.
can keep going. But at this stage, you don't even need to go over the match at this point of the steps. You just want to put in enough to move
There's a
that
spotter
match.
right at the
You're
top.
getting
Oh,
the
two of
tax
them.
benefit,
Oh,
and then you're also
Jesus.
getting free money from your sponsor account on top of that. You don't need that.
And when can I put it in?
When you retire at retirement. So this is
Oh no!
looking after your future selves. Today's you planting seeds for future you. That's what this is.
What about people that say, listen, retirement's a long way away?
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to 65, 75. It's just a long way away. I want to live I want to live it up now.
You want to spend the money now, so you want to think about it.
I've called it.
The most important thing when it comes
Got
to
him.
understanding what you want and then making sure your money backs it.
We gotta
So
fucking
I say
hit that
this
thing.
Because when I was in the graduate scheme, there were two very different people who worked in my team. And the first person who sat opposite me on the bank in front of me, he used to come in his Ferrari, and he, on Monday morning, when we talk about what we did over our weekend, what we did on the weekend, he would talk about the Michelin star restaurants he tried,
Hey, don't
the
shoot.
last minute trip to Italy, and his computer screen was the next car that he wanted. And on my left was Phil, who later
Watch
became
yourselves.
and he came in with his packed lunch. He wore the same shirt tie combination.
Yeah, we're getting back as quick as we can.
From memory.
Okay, so but go.
He had his holidays, he had his vacations, but he was a lot more selective. And I didn't see it at the time, but now it's so clear to me that they were chasing very different things.
Cool.
The person opposite me, he was chasing this
Good run,
life,
guys.
Stories, the status, the memories, and that was important to him. And he went for it. But Phil, and I visited him just before I came to LA, him, his wife, his two kids, dogs, in their countryside home, and he was enjoying the retired life.
Nice, I got my apricots.
Loving life, he bought what he wanted, which was early retirement, freedom, time, choice.
Time to upgrade my chicken.
Neither path is wrong, but both paths, both people required taking a series of trade-offs. Both had to make some sacrifices, and I think that's the thing that people miss. Sometimes it's so easy to say yes to the thing right in front of you, because the benefit is there. The benefit
Yay! I have a level 3
you don't
scavenger.
realize what you're
Perfect.
going to miss out on later on in life.
So the guy that was sat opposite you with the Ferrari, what was the trade-offs he was making?
He was probably going to end up working until he had retirement money to spend. He was going to spend his life at banking, but he was going to live it big, but he wouldn't have the freedom, the choice, the time, because his spending and his income matched each other. And so what I wanted to say is, for anyone saying, oh, I just want to live it big, I want to enjoy the money.
Right, what do I need?
Find out what is the thing that's most
I
important
need
to you.
bandages.
And make sure you use your money
Adrenaline.
to stack that decision.
More
Because
adrenaline I
the wrong
need.
choice isn't choosing the wrong path. It's just not knowing that you even had a choice in this whole thing.
Do you think the guy that sat opposite
3
you with
more.
the Ferrari was in any way insecure?
Never underestimate
element
the
of
value of adrenaline in this
validation?
game. It will literally
been.
save
Yeah,
your
it might have been.
life.
That might have been what made him happy. But I think it's also not having the self-awareness to, if that made him happy, then by all means. But if it didn't make him happy, and a lot of people do that.
Okay, I'm ready to go again.
I've gone through this. I've done it. When you don't know what makes you happy, you end up just doing things that gets you that external validation. And for some people, it might mean, okay, you know what? I actually do enjoy this new car. It does bring me happiness. But for others, it might just be a facade. And later on in life,
What's she talking about? Sorry.
they just realized that actually no one really cared. The only person who cared was me. And although I did it for other people, it's now I realize that all the trade-offs.
What's she saying? What's she saying? What's she saying?
Important to you, and make sure your money choices stack that decision, because choice isn't
right, yeah, I get it. She's basically talking about don't buy things just to impress other people necessarily. Like you need to have a plan for it. That's what she's saying. I get it. I think I get it.
Yeah, give me a second real quick.
There's just
no worries.
That you
A couple things.
Why did I do that?
spending and his income.
No worries. Take your time.
And so what I want to just say is, for anyone saying, oh, I just want to live it big,
I'm just having a look and see what actual missions I have to do.
find out what is the thing that's most important to you.
People sheltered
and
in
make
those
sure
camps back
your
then.
money choices stack
Use the outposts to send
that
messages
decision,
and
because
keep an eye on
the
the
wrong
art
choice
movements.
isn't choosing the
Nothing
wrong
like now.
path. There's just not knowing that you even had a choice in this whole thing.
Do you think the guy that's opposite with the
Buried
Ferrari,
City or the spaceport? I have missions there.
seeking
Unless you have
validation?
something more specific you have in
There might
mind.
been. Yeah, there might have been. That might have been what made him happy. But I think it's also not having the self-awareness to, if that made him happy, then by all means. But if it didn't make him happy,
It's for Trump dance.
and a lot of people do this, me included. I've gone through this. I've done it. When you don't know what makes you happy, you end up just doing things that gets you that external validation. And for some
How long have you been
people,
playing the
it might
game for?
mean, okay, you know what? I actually do enjoy this new car. It does bring me happiness. But for others, it might just be a facade. And later on in life, they just realize that actually no one really cared. The only person who cared was me.
Oh shit!
And although I did it
want to
for
bring the free loadout
other
again.
people, it's now I realize that all the trade-offs I had to make as a result of it.
Because happiness and external validation, they're like cousins.
Yeah.
But they're not the
I
same.
wonder what can I get from here now.
Do you know what I mean?
Guns.
They're like, they're kind of
Now that I
of
can
the same
build
family,
most of
but
these guns,
one of them's the like dysfunctional sibling.
Pole cracker, rocket
But they
launcher,
kinda look
very
the same,
strong.
You know, when you look at
Yeah.
that guy in his Ferrari, you go, oh, he must be happy.
Not available
And he
during
comes in and he's
matchmaking.
got that
Okay.
smile in his face because he's talking about his Ferrari.
Okay, we're going.
Yeah. And that's what
Blue
he built
gates.
himself on. I
Nice,
guess.
blue gate. Okay, that's where we were.
You know, the guy without the Ferrari might be.
I think universally, most people, what they want is the freedom and the choice and the time. I think more people are after that, and that.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like that. Like the older I've got, the more I value my freedom than I do things. Like I'd choose to be able to go somewhere and enjoy an experience over, say, buying a new car. That's just emotionally and mentally where I am in my life at the moment.
That can make more people happier than any status symbol. Because when you do end up going down the route of buying something to make you happy, you're on a hedonic treadmill. You're then buying the next thing.
Stoney has accepted my friend request, huh?
And you get those spikes of happiness. There never is really long-lasting, fulfilling happiness.
So investing strategy number 1 is asking your employer about their investment scheme.
Finding out if your employer has a retirement plan and making sure that you're invested into.
Okay, here we go, people.
To cover the match that they offer.
What's strategy number 2?
The strategy number 2 is your own.
Right, what objectives do you have? Where are we going?
Investment account. This is at ISA in the UK, and this is where you put your own money after tax into an investment account, and then the money grows over time tax-free. So when you
I'm here just to grind and get some skills, so.
with
Baron clearing again? Okay.
in 5 years and 10 years, or in retirement, then you could withdraw that money tax-free. So both of them have tax advantages. One is when you put the money in, you're getting the tax advantages. The other one's when you draw the money out. But they both have tax advantages. And so you're putting the money in and it's growing tax-free. That's a really big deal. That's huge.
Nice, heavy
money that's
ammo.
compounded for
Perfect.
you, and you're not paying tax on that.
But there's a limit.
There's a limit. Annually, it's 20,000. But
in the UK and the US?
it changes year on year. At the moment, I believe.
Come on, Victor.
$7,000, but with a quick Google search, you can stay on top of whatever the current limit is for the account or the taxable advantage account that you're investing in.
So I get paid, I put it into in the UK it's called an ISA, and the limit is 20k. So if I put 20k in, let's say, if it goes to 100k because the investments go really well, pay tax free.
Yeah, you're not paying capital gains tax. You're not paying interest.
Horn outside.
Sorry, dividends tax.
So pretty much that's the first place people should really be investing if they want an alternative to investing in their pension.
That's the first thing you want to cap out because of the taxable benefits that come with it.
Is it called a Roth IRA? It says max contribution is $7,000 to $8,000 a year.
You sneaky little shit.
Yeah, the specific amounts.
Standard employee contribution limit of $23,000. Interesting.
Whereas in the UK, it's just a flat 20,000 current.
And with my ISA, this tax-free ISA that everyone is eligible to invest in, do I then have to pick the
Where's my
things
team gone?
it
Oh, there they are.
invests in?
Yes. This is the next. Oh, we could talk about this now, actually. Yeah. So when you are deciding what to invest in, this is with the employer-sponsored account, the employer-sponsored retirement account. You actually just choose what risk profile you have, and it will do that investing for you.
So you say, I feel really risky, or I'm not very risky at all.
Yeah.
And it does it for you.
Then it does. It will invest on behalf of you.
Yeah.
And so most people don't even realize that they're investing, but they are investing through their company. If they
No
have that
parts,
personal
kind of
account.
useless.
Then the individual account is you doing the investing yourself. You're picking what to invest in.
And what should I invest in?
My principle with investing is very, very simple, and it's just keep it simple and do it for the long term. So I say index funds and target date retirement funds is what you want to invest in.
What's that?
An index fund is put out. An index
Feels like
think
it's
of it
leading
as
us back to
a list of companies.
Oh, this goes
So
underground.
the S&P 500 is
Yeah.
a list of
There's some
the
cool
largest
stuff down there, though, I'll have to say.
companies to keep this really simple.
Yeah, is there anything back there? I don't know. Feels
I
like
think
it's going back to where we just came from. And I want to go over there to do that. My quest is clearing, but there's a lot of action out here.
In the companies on that
Yep.
list. So by
A lot of
investing in
fucking-
S&P 500, you've
A lot of people
invested
firing
in
at each other.
a piece of the top 500 companies in the US.
Alright,
That's what an index
How we
fund is.
doing?
And so even if one company goes down, you're diversified, and so there'll be another company
That guy's shooting a
and
little.
the other companies will bring it back up again.
And what kind of performance can I expect from investing in the S&P 500?
Historically speaking,
You know what? I think I have the firepower to take that guy.
have been 8 to 10% per
Ooh,
year.
wicked.
But I couldn't do it in the open, though. I'd have to find a building.
That is different to a one-year holding
what?
period. It could go up, it could go down, you just don't know. So the longer you invest for, the chances of you getting that 8 to 10% on average increase.
What do you need to find?
Is 10% going to make me rich, though, Nisha?
I don't really have to find anything in particular.
You tell me.
If you have a lump sum amount that you're like, okay, you know what, I have 2,000 that I want to invest, what should I do with it?
Not on this map, anyway.
And it's taken me 5 years to invest this. I would say 1,900 of that, don't invest it. 100 of it, invest. I'll say why I'm saying this. 100, I want you to invest it. For anyone listening, I want you to listen. I want you to invest that because I want you to see and feel the emotions when you see your money go up over time. Sure, it's going to be small. It's not going to make you rich. Invest in that.
Rocketeer is super close by. Watch it.
And you're going to remember that. Because the remaining amount, you're going to put that towards increasing your income. That's the first thing. Think of your income as a river and your specific milestones, life milestones, retirement.
I was going to say, get it before it starts calling its friends.
Payment that you're all saving up for. Those buckets will fill up faster, quicker, and wider that river is. That is your income that's coming through. If you don't have much of an income coming through, those buckets are going to take ages to fill up. That's why I say, if it's taken you a long time to save that amount, I actually would recommend you...
I had a quest here.
Before investing
What?
it. If, however...
Nothing, it's
you
okay.
have this
I saw the quest fulfilled.
reoccurring amount that you can invest
What did you need?
monthly...
Flour, strangely enough.
Sure,
You gotta harvest them,
25,
right?
30 years, but that is leverage that you don't get through your day job. It's your money working for you without you having to be there.
So you would suggest, if you're really at that early level, to focus on increasing your income, investing in increasing your income?
Yeah, that's the first thing. If you're figuring out, okay, I need to increase
That's
my
true,
income
actually.
to earn this amount,
Easy.
You have a lump sum of 2,000, 5,000, focus on increasing
I
your
just
income.
have a stitcher.
That's what I would say.
Preload
And
out.
how does one focus on increasing their income?
there are a couple of ways to do this.
Oh,
So
shit.
the easiest way to increase your income is asking for a pay rise. Increasing your responsibility, the work that you do, your contributions, and saying to your boss or your manager, this is the value that I've brought, this is the responsibility that I've taken on, this is what the market is paying for a similar role.
Okay, we're heading in a really weird direction here.
The other option...
Did you ever ask for a pay rise?
Multiple times. Multiple times.
When you're in investment banking?
Yeah. It's one of those things where if you don't ask, you don't get. Of course you'll get, but you sitting
Bro,
there
why?
thinking the hard work is gonna
Victor,
show
no.
without you asking for it, it's...
That sounds like a team where...
That's a raider, yeah.
to build a case.
Watch it.
Say, okay, these are the things that I've done. This is the things that we said we were going to do, or I wanted to work on in my performance review, which is what I had. Get to the end of the performance review, and these are the things that I actually did, this is where I went above and beyond.
So if I'm your boss, Nisha, we just...
Hang on, let's see if we can get these guys. I need a clean shot.
Performance review. And what did you say to me?
I would say, hey, Stephen.
Hey.
3 months ago, or 6 months ago, we spoke about the things that I needed to do to get promoted, to get a pay rise. And we mentioned X, Y, Z.
That guy around
I've done
here.
all of those things here. And here is...
Yeah, was he spawn camping?
Here is where
I don't know where he went, though.
Spawn camping before
and
watch
this
the
is
expo.
extra things that other people, or the 360 feedback that I've done, and that...
They're down there somewhere.
I watched him run over.
Yeah,
I think he ran that way.
Do you think that this is the bracket that we discussed? Do you think that's fair?
Research shows that women are...
He didn't get inside
to
the...
ask for a pay
No, I didn't. It closed before anyone jumped in there.
They are less likely.
It closed before anyone went in there.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that kind of what you found?
Yeah, I've seen those facts, and I think it's really such a shame that when a woman asks for a pay rise, it may not be seen in the same way as when a male counterpart asks for the pay rise. And
Well, the snitch hasn't seen anything either.
we can control are the being prepared, having the book of all the things that you've done. But I recommend, and this is things that I've done when I was in an organization, when I felt like even I was being paid less than my male counterpart, is speaking, firstly.
Yeah, I think they're gone.
In your department, speaking to them and asking, am I online or am I aligned to the average for my department and for what my role is? They could give you a really good guideline as to whether you are underpaid or whether you deserve a bump to be more aligned to the general pay in that role. And the second thing is,
I do have to go over.
in the workplace that you'd always speak to, whether it's a mentor,
Go over there.
whether it's a colleague.
Very clearing.
How the fuck do I get out of here?
Is there someone there?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take damage.
We hate it.
Fuck it.
We hate talking to someone else about.
Oh, you're lucky. You're still alive.
But the more financial transparency that we encourage, the more we can learn from each other.
Yeah.
I have no heals, though.
Next to you, hey,
I have a sum. Come here.
paid as hard as that is. Open up that conversation. But the other
shit.
way to increase your income is actually through switching jobs, switching companies, because there's so much research
There you go.
that's been done.
Thank you.
And the most popular one is actually one cited by Forbes that says people who stay at the same company for 2 years
Leaper.
or more on
Leaper.
average earn 50% less over their lifetime.
They're not too tough.
And I've made a video.
I'm gonna go around him now.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to fight it.
You out of ammo, or is it just light ammo?
And the biggest pay jumps that I saw were from switching.
Actually, I do have a task down here. Now I think about it.
So those are the two ways that I would actually say, yeah, increase your income by asking for more or by switching.
I do think one of the most effective ways I've seen as well is just looking at
Right
the
next to me.
industry
Right next to me.
and presenting a case from the industry. And people have done that to me several times. They've, over the last 10 years, they've come to me and said, the industry
He's eyeballing you guys.
seniority level in this part of the world, in this city, is this, I'm currently on this, can we have a conversation about this to rectify it?
He's running.
Yeah, I saw him.
I can't think of an instance where I haven't been receptive to that, especially if it's justified, because actually sometimes the employer doesn't know. The employer doesn't know that they might be underpaying you. That's a genuine possibility. I know that sounds like crazy talk, but...
I'm right behind you, Honda Man.
Because a lot of the roles that we're hiring for these days...
It feels like a solo. He took off.
10 years ago.
There's people extracting.
Like there's it's hard to find benchmarks.
He was not one of them.
10 years ago.
Okay, I have a task.
Oh, yo, friendly, dude, come on.
An honest conversation, and I do think from the employer's standpoint.
I'm not ready to go. You want to go?
Leading with
Victor, you get hit a lot, man. Are you okay?
like you said, versus blunt demands, because humans are human beings, and you can turn
that's the guy's
back up by the way in which you deliver your message, but delivering it from an evidence-based perspective and saying these are
I've got like half a backpack.
these are the responsibilities I've taken on, and this is.
Well, it looks like they're bucking out anyway.
Average.
Yeah, they're going. Okay, forget it.
Stay here. So I was wondering if it'd be possible to have a conversation about.
I have an objective to complete in this area, though, so I'd like to get that done in the 15 minutes or so we have left.
Oh, you sound what is it?
Let me double check. It is.
Aligned to your objectives that you're looking for. Exactly.
And you talked about saving for a house.
Yo, there's some must here. I think you needed it, right?
A house is a good investment because it is the first thing most people do, right? It's like the first thing we're told as part of the script of life. When you get
Actually, I think I may have already completed it.
Get a mortgage.
A lot of our view about buying or renting.
I guess I'm slowly losing my mind, huh?
Is actually formed from what we saw our parents do and what we saw the generation before us.
There's a guy here.
Even looking at my life, formed from the way my parents thought. They came to the UK as
Yo, friendly or not friendly?
Of success. They had.
He sees me. He's like, no.
Yeah, I'm right behind you, so. You friendly or no?
Stability, security, and then we moved out of that. 2 stations in a catchment area, so me and my sisters got access to better schools. That was then their happiness. That was then their goal and the milestone achieved. And for the previous generation,
I think someone needed that, right?
The way people see it
I don't think I do.
when people say, oh, we need to buy a house for wealth building, it's because a big factor of that is that it was a forced mechanism of saving. So when you're buying a house or paying for a mortgage, that's not optional. You have to pay it. You then can't then spend that money on anything else. And so as a result, those monthly payments are going towards building your equity, building this house's value.
Ooh, I like this gun.
Byproduct is building wealth for you. So for someone listening to this,
Good.
if they're hearing this conversation, they say, okay, you know what, I have a goal to buy, and they run the numbers, it makes sense for them, they're doing it for the long term, then I'll say that's a really good goal to have. Go for it.
Shit, my dead body almost fell on the leap over there.
On people today that they need to buy a house, and as soon as they start working, that they need to get onto that property ladder. So if you're listening to this and thinking that I don't have a goal to buy a house, then there are also ways to build wealth that will require you to be in the real estate game.
I think there's something psychological about paying rent that you never see again. That makes you think that it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you look at the mortgage payment versus
Where
the
the
rental
fuck is
payment,
the leap right here? But I don't see him.
owning this.
It's down there somewhere.
So I might as well go for the chunk of concrete.
Yeah, but if you are choosing to rent, and actually, there's been
They
studies
find signs of who brought the arc
9 out of
down.
12 regions in the UK.
Oh, that?
Shit, I cannot remember that.
It's over here.
It's over here. It can be cheaper than buying in that equivalent neighborhood. And so if
Where
you
I am.
are,
Oh, Christoph.
and you're saving money.
That's the last question.
Difference,
I don't know
you've
if
got to be
it's
disciplined
that
and
one, but
sensible
you can
enough to
try.
know that you need to invest the difference.
What do you mean?
So
There's also another one.
And to get that mortgage,
There.
realize that the interest
I did that yesterday.
All the other things that come into buying a house, so the stamp duty that you're paying, the property tax, the repairs, the maintenance, insurance. If you factor in the cost of both.
Over here, there should be signs.
Renting is cheaper than buying.
Oh, rusted bolts.
Than getting a home. That difference.
I need a rusted gear.
Yo, I want to do this thing, but I don't know where the leaper is.
I'm creating my own.
It's not a. Oh, it's there. Hang on, wait. Actually, no, it's gone. It's gone.
I'm the amount I'm saving. I'm going to set up.
I'm not seeing it.
And I'm going to automate it, and I'm going to put money into it every single.
And it's not exactly quiet.
I'm gonna try it.
That's just as legitimate. And actually, I went and the money that I put towards that flat hasn't grown as near as much as the money that I'm making.
Honda man's going over there. I'm going to follow him.
So tell me about that.
Victor's getting burnt to death.
Property in London or
Yeah, it's in North London.
Okay.
To live in.
Okay.
And I bought it in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's gone up in value, I'd say about 10%. I've had it 8 years.
I don't know how to get up this
Then
one.
you compare that to the stock market. So sure, there's a numbers side of it. Okay, I need to buy a house and build wealth, but that's what I'm trying to explain. That actually, if you save that money and invest it, you might be better off financially. But coming back to your point, yes, it's a psychological thing of okay, do I want to pay that money on rent, or do I want to buy? The other psychological.
What's Honda man trying to do?
The comfort of knowing that you have somewhere, and this is a big reason as to why I bought. The comfort of knowing that no matter what happens,
Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down.
the landlord
That Victor guy has his thing on the whole time.
flat within certain restrictions and rules. And
Did you find it?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking for it.
I think it's over here.
The numbers and what investing will do and how
It
much
said
you make
find
from
signs.
that.
I'm just walking
Often
around.
gets forgotten about is the invisible side. Which
Yeah, I did this yesterday. It's over here.
Oh shit, the Reaper's on me, fuck.
comfort of just owning a home.
So, can I ask how much did your
It's this ball thing here.
in London?
Nobody hurt. Somebody bought it.
So you spent 530k on it.
Yeah.
Presumably on
You
a
know what? I
mortgage
think
or
I can
something
kill it. I
at the
got a
time.
blaze
Yeah, it was a
grenade.
mortgage.
So 530k, it's gone at 10%,
Yeah.
You good, Honda man? We're gonna make our way to help Victor, or
about 50k.
Oh,
so
that's
it's now worth
over there.
580. But if you put that amount of money into the S&P 500,
Well, the thing with the house and a flat is you
if the Leaper's still on you, we can take it out.
because you had the mortgage. But if you put that deposit amount into it,
yeah, the deposit amount.
yeah, the amount that you would put onto the down payment.
Watch it, the Rocketeers nearby.
Paid. If I save give that amount, whatever it was, and invest in that, that's the comparison now.
So how much was that?
It's almost dead.
Oh shit!
In the S&P 500, roughly 10 to 12% per year.
Boom!
17. So you would have probably got
Cool.
a pretty incredible return on the S&P 500. Even in the last 5 years, the S&P 500 has grown 90%.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's almost doubled in the last 5 years alone, which means you would have basically doubled your money just investing it in an index fund.
Are you looking at that from the lows of the COVID?
Yeah, it says even with
That is so true, by the way. That is so true. If you have cash, you get way better returns in a index funds than the S&P businesses when you do with properties.
Somebody found something good.
Yeah, that's
I got
case
the
in point.
pool unit.
That we're looking at building wealth just through one mechanism that feels like it's urgent
I feel like
and needs to be
they
done
don't
for
give
everyone.
enough loot for
But actually,
for
you're
what
looking
it
at
is.
it purely from a numbers.
In truth, it's not the toughest arc.
Ways to do that.
My brother was an investment.
You gotta hit the
banker
computer
at the
over there.
helping with my money and helping with my companies. He went to LSE. He's a very smart guy.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do the computer and then that quest is completed.
He always talks to me about this term opportunity cost. So when I told him, I said I want to buy this house in Cape Town, he was like, you know, this is going to cost you X millions. Think about the opportunity cost.
Hey.
And he always, every time I say I want to do this, he's like, think about
That
the
it?
opportunity
That
cost.
it?
And he basically
Does it
stands.
say anything else?
What is
No, that's it for that quest.
And why should people be thinking about this when they're spending their money?
So every pound or dollar that we spend is one less that we can use for something else, and that is the
And I think
opportunity
you're
cost in
done.
essence.
So our way out is there.
Oh shit! Oh, I almost got
Don't think
stuck,
about
bro.
life in terms of opportunity costs because we only look at the thing that is in front of us.
With half a kilometer to get out of here.
Investing somewhere else.
Or like,
But what you saw is
just
one
over,
thing
just shy of half a mile.
No, I don't even know if I'm going to make this money elsewhere. I don't know if that's going to happen. This thing is right.
I'm
in front
game.
of me.
I'm game.
That's the thing with opportunity costs is always a
We've
trade-off
got a little
of
bit
what
of
you
time.
can
Got a little
do
bit of
and
time.
can't. But with every decision you make, there's something else that you're saying no to. It's coming at the cost of something else.
I was thinking about that as you were talking.
Magnets.
Just to give a bit of colour to this for people at home. and a good example of opportunity cost. So like yesterday, I bought lunch for the team, right? And the lunch
Okay,
cost
how much time is
$100.
left
It
on
was like
the
the salad bar in
It's
Los
actually
Angeles. It
closed.
cost me $100. Fine,
So we have
$100.
to
Who
go.
cares?
Damn, that's
But
far.
then, when I think about the numbers you shared earlier on, if I'd taken that $100 and put it into the S&P 500, in 40 years, assuming I got 10% return a
We
year,
do
which
have
is
to
the
start
average
moving.
S&P,
Yeah, we do.
almost $5,000. Yeah, we do. So in terms of opportunity cost, buying the team lunch for $100 has effectively cost me, in opportunity, $5,000 that I would have had, presuming...
Honda man, you're like surrounded.
So that lunch yesterday
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's a lot of something.
On the other side, you might have missed out on going to that lunch.
Can we find somewhere we can fire back from?
You might have got from that. Whether it was just the
Victor,
memories
where are you, man?
at that moment in time, whether it's the motivation.
He's getting shot.
Okay, well, we'll have to let them cover for him then.
You might miss out on if you choose that $5,000 in X years of time.
I guess it's a balancing act as well. Like, you know,
I got shit weapons for that.
Okay, cool, all done.
In fact, he played life correctly.
Absolutely.
Because he lived it. He saw
The
it,
Rattler
he did
and
it.
the Stitcher does
And this is
absolutely nothing
the
to
difference
them.
you see in people. Some people
Nah, it's like a pea shooter.
It's like a pea shooter. Or 70 my pension fund, and other people play a bit more short term in their life and go, I just want to have good experiences now. And so it's hard to.
Okay, our way out is literally right across the valley.
Yeah, I think there's a fine line, but there's also a way to
We have a
balance living
Hornet over there. West.
by understanding that you are going to allocate a specific amount towards spending now when you know the future you has already been determined. It makes you want to spend it without thinking, oh, what is this coming at the opportunity cost?
Do you think people should?
It's okay, we've got time.
If their objective is to make money, or do you think there are other opportunities like the S&P 500, like using your tax-free ISA?
A lot of people listening probably don't have, or are on their way to building
What
a
the
deposit.
fuck? How the
or
fuck did I
working
get
to
damage
have the
from
money
that?
for a deposit. If they're putting themselves under pressure and they think that they're just buying a house to build wealth, I would say actually look into investing through that stocks and shares ISA as a start. That is tax-free. If you haven't even started investing through that stocks and shares ISA,
That
which
thing's got its car alarm on.
roughly, if people in the UK aren't investing. So yeah, I would definitely say
Have two West
open that
on the
up
way.
first.
And do you think one should split a proportion of their investments into different categories of risk? Because you've got like crypto on the one side,
here's where, like,
being at roulette table, and then you've got things that are typically safe, like the S&P 500.
Yeah. I'm going to say with the stocks and shares, actually, when you invest in...
Nice, get up, get up.
Rocketeer over there.
Invest in individual stocks as well. Should I go after the next?
Yeah, let's give the Rocketeer a wide berth, shall we?
Oh, shit.
What I want to say is that there's two parts to think about. The returns, but also the people...
Okay, it's down, it's down, it's down.
How you feel when it comes to investing, because...
Oh, there's people in the Excel.
One of the
There's
biggest
two
impacts
Rocketeers, bro.
on
What the fuck?
performance is
Oh, wow, they're right above it.
also your behavior. So
I suggest you get your health up if you can.
I don't have anything.
Okay, well...
Yeah.
people who invested
And
in
Here,
funds
here.
underperformed the fund that they were in.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can get you healed up
It
first.
sounds ridiculous. It sounds impossible. How can you be underperforming a fund that you're in? But then when they looked into it, they found that
Oh
when
shit, this guy's gonna
fear and
snitch.
anxiety took over, when the market dropped, these people bought, sold. They essentially danced in and out of the fund. As a result, underperforming of the fund that they were all
Okay, the Rocketeer is like right above the extract.
You want to invest in something that makes
Or the
you buy
extract, I should say.
Fidelity looked into the groups of people that had invested in their funds. to see
Oh
which
shit.
group-
Okay, run, just run, just run, just run, just run.
And when they looked into it, they found that one group significantly
Get into the valley, then get up the side, and then...
I'm inside the building.
Okay, stay there. Oh, fuck!
They didn't touch their
Let's see if I can distract it.
Forget it. They didn't change
I'm dead. I'm out. I'm out. Just keep, I'm gonna crawl up. I'm gonna crawl up. I'm gonna crawl up. We've got like 3.5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try and crawl up.
I lived. I lived.
Forgot that they had a fund in the first place. So when it comes to deciding what
Trying to call it, but it won't.
Can you get to me? You get to me?
I'm crawling around.
Also, what is the thing that's gonna help you
Okay,
stay the course,
Rocketeers with me.
even when the market goes and drops?
If you can get behind where I am and get me some help, I'd really appreciate that.
He's crawling. I don't know how close you are.
Portfolio you want for yourself.
I'm just crawling around now. If someone can get to me, I'd really appreciate it.
He knows where I am. Fucker. Fucker.
I've invested
Oh no, guy.
it won't make a difference if I lose it. And if it goes to the moon, great. And that's how, when I say to somewhere here, the last thing I want to do is encourage people before they even set up the financial foundations.
That was so close.
Can go up and go down when 75%.
Honda man, I'm right behind you.
Isn't investing. And the reason why they're not investing.
No, it's right behind you. Hide. Oh, right, that's that.
That didn't work.
You know what? I appreciate the fact you came back for me, man. I really do, but I could see you running and it came right behind you and it's thought, oh shit.
Crawl over here. Crawl over here.
Yeah, call it and just get in. Just call it and just drop down. Stay hidden until it drops down. Don't waste time. Yeah.
I sold it. And I didn't really make it. I think I lost a couple of $100 or whatever. And then I watched that same investment.
Try and get inside that.
Years just go to the moon.
Yeah.
It went up. I remember thinking, I should just get
Okay, it's going.
Get inside the
correlates to what you were saying because I lost
thing. I'll live.
You can be healing while you're walking.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't do anything about it.
It's right behind you. It's turning.
Up and down and up, but over 5 years it went really, really high. And so when I first started investing in crypto, I invested in Ethereum and now Bitcoin. My strategy was the same. My strategy was get the private keys and give half of them
All right, get in.
that I trust and half of them to the person that I trust. And even if I want to, I can't do anything about it. And that's proven to be one of my greatest returns in investing because I don't even know what's going on with it. I'm not paying attention.
Oh man, I'm gutted about that.
Damn, sorry.
No, it's okay. I got the points. It's just, I didn't get anything valuable, so it's okay. It's not like I lost anything.
I think actually on that first investment I made when I was like...
I was killed out by a rocketeer.
I needed the money. Like I didn't have the emergency fund or a peace of mind fund, so when it started to go down a little bit, naturally you kind of panic. So I think in the second season of life where I started investing in Ethereum and Bitcoin, it didn't really matter if I lost the money. So it made it easier to hold my nerves. I think nerves are such a huge part of investing. It goes to what you said earlier, like it's worth taking $100 or £100 or whatever you can, which is a really inconsequential number of money, and putting it into some kind of S&P 500 or even a stock just to feel that.
Right, I need to rebuild my guns.
Emotions of like what the ups feel like and what the down feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
So your investment strategy, your portfolio, you mentioned it there.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
It's 40% funds.
Okay, what kind of funds?
Index funds.
The
S&P 500. I also do international markets, so UK.
Well, that's boring. Don't be boring. Invest aggressive.
So emerging, developed, across all sectors. I also do, and I keep it very, very diversified. S&P 500 target date retirement funds that automatically rebalance. So target date retirement fund, for anyone who's listening and wondering what it is, it's essentially
mechanical components
fund
I need.
that has different types of investments within it. So you could go onto a platform of your choice that you use to invest, and you could type in target date retirement fund, and at the end of every fund will have a year. And so you want to pick the year that is the closest to the year that you plan to retire. So if you plan to retire in 2050, that's the year that you will pick. And what that fund does is it...
What do I need to make more of these? Metal parts, and I need a lot more metal parts. Okay. How do I make metal parts?
The percentage of different investments changes to become more conservative as you approach retirement.
So it starts to protect you a little bit more.
Exactly.
So it goes risk off. It kind of goes less risky. Or?
It becomes less risky because you don't want to be investing the same when you don't have that much time as you. If you're investing in your 20s, 30s, you have enough time to.
Semi-automatic, very weak. Okay, screw it
that's
then.
40% of your
Actually, no, that's not screw it.
30% is real estate.
Okay. In all parts of the world?
No, just in the UK.
Metal parts. How do I make metal parts?
Then I'll say about 25% I'm putting back into my business at the
Metal
moment.
parts, no. Gearbench, no.
And then the remaining is between crypto and cash and cash reserves.
Okay. What about investing in yourself?
Yep. True.
Because you know we think about education and skills and stuff like that. Should we be investing
Metal
a small amount
parts.
of money into ourselves in some capacity?
100%. I think you just don't stop investing in yourself.
I'm actually kind of glad
at any
he
point in time.
bounced.
It goes down to
He's
increasing
getting a
your
lot of
income,
feedback for his mic.
increasing your skills.
Oh, that's
increasing
who it
your value,
was?
which then has a knock-on effect on everything else that you're investing into.
It's a really interesting time to be leading a business. New skills are constantly being invented, and ones that didn't exist a few months ago are now all of a sudden essential. Our team at Flight Story thrives on staying ahead of emerging tech and innovation.
Yeah, I just sent you a friend request, by the way.
Those skills of the future, like vibe coding, AI agent development, generative engine optimization, all of the technical things we've talked about on this show before, we always go to the same place, which is Fiverr, our show sponsor, and the place where that future-focused talent quietly shows up before the rest of the world catches on. Their freelancers are reliable, high-performing, and also highly vetted. And you'll find them in over 750 categories. Fiverr isn't just for quick jobs. They use their talent more on complex
Combat Mark
projects,
1.
ones that require an expert
Luton
to take
Mark
charge.
1.
And you can tap into tomorrow's talent at
But that has a better
fiverr.com/diary.
shield.
And for 10% off your first order, use code DIARY.
Combat Mark 2. What does that need? 3 magnets, electrical components.
40 books
You know what?
You've read that improve your own financial literacy. If there was one book that you recommend people to read that you think is most accessible and will advance their financial literacy in the most profound way, that did that for you, what book would you recommend?
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's not actually about financial literacy,
that one.
but it's around money mindset.
You got a place you want
book to start with,
bounce into, or do you care?
Give me. Can you hear me?
When people don't learn about money, is because they find it quite.
Can you hear me? Okay.
And not very interesting. So, Richest Man in Babylon does a good job.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Intertwining a novel.
Yeah, there we go. Now I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry, I've got 2 buttons. I was pressing the wrong one. Give me a second. Let me just check my quest. I'm replacing all the stuff I lost right now. Give me a second.
And it really starts.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I changed. Ran to try to get you, but it definitely didn't happen.
No, I appreciate it. You were super close. I was like, oh, nice, I'm going to make it. But I saw it come up right behind you, and I thought, oh, fuck.
All of a sudden, I saw the red laser and went.
Yeah, the targeting laser. I was like, oh no, he's gone.
This isn't gonna work out. So
like knowing your reference point, which was point 1, right?
That was your peace of mind fund. I guess knowing your reference point is essentially just understanding where your finances break down and what buckets they fall into. So I would actually say this is really important for anyone to know, and it's the 3 numbers. It's called the 65, 20, 15, and it's 3 numbers that anyone should know when it comes to money and their own personal finance.
Okay, 65, 20, 15. Okay.
And the way it works is the idea of it is to take your net income. This is your take-home pay after you pay taxes, not the number on your job description. The number after you pay state contribution, all other taxes, and you want to split that into 3 buckets. The fundamental, which is your core living expenses, everything that is essential to your living costs, mortgage or rent, utilities, groceries, minimum debt payments, car payments, all of that should make up approximately 65%.
you need to find cooling
of your net income.
fans.
Okay.
No idea how to do that.
20%.
The project.
That's for your fund spending. These are for the pottery painting that you booked last minute, the Glastonbury tickets, the Pilates class. That should make up about 20% of your take-home pay.
If you run out of bullets.
And the remaining 15%.
Okay, I have the quest What We Left Behind. You get that from the weapons trader. Buried City, Spaceport, or Damn Battlegrounds. I've ordered on the Damn one. What I need is Spaceport, search for anything significant in the Bilgun's hideout next to the container storage. And Buried City, search 2 containers in Raiders camp beneath the parking garage. So it's Spaceport or Buried City. Which one works for you?
You want to dial down that fund percentage to have
I got one on each of them.
For the future use.
Okay,
the same
pick
thing
which one you want.
Investments.
Yeah, it's
Or if you're finding that your housing and mortgage
for
is
the chick. She's like,
higher
oh,
than
I want
18,
Tianwen to do
90%,
something, and it's
start with
one's a
what comes to
barricaded
fruition.
area on
Start with what you
Buried
can.
City, and the
Whether
other's
it's
rocket
saving 2%,
thrusters. So
3%, start somewhere. You just want to build that habit.
I haven't played much of
And in terms of
Spaceport, but there's this
spending,
wicked
should
cool
you
spot I'd
mentioned
love to
cars
find
earlier when we talked
again.
about houses briefly. Should I be buying a car or should I be leasing a car?
So I'm gonna try that.
A car
Right now, I'm just trying to make more
let me just say, it's one
metal
of the two areas
parts.
that
Where's
most
all my
people
alloys
understand.
gone?
City.
And it's because we don't just buy the numbers, we buy the emotions.
Where have all
of
my
the car,
alloys
How
gone?
the car
There we
might
go.
make us feel, how we'll look like in the car, the family memories we'll create in the car. And I know because I did this when I
Finer metal parts.
got my first job. The very first thing I did was upgrade my car. I went into a car
Gun
showroom,
shop.
found a car that I
This
thought I'd
bad
look cool
boy.
in.
Simple. Damn you.
Walked out
Right.
with the
Okay.
car an
Screw
hour
it.
later, drove out with the car, and didn't run my numbers, didn't check if I could afford the monthly payments, and for the next couple of months was figuring out how I was going to make the rest of
How
my
do I only
finances.
have enough of those?
And car
I've got a
dealerships know
ton of
this,
metal parts.
So
What's
they will
that about?
manipulate the monthly payments in a way that makes
Do I
you
not?
buy more car than you could afford. And if you don't understand how the numbers work, this is probably one of the quickest ways to destroy your chance of building real wealth.
I just spent a ton of metal parts, and now they've all disappeared. What the hell happened there?
Buy something that's 3 to 5 years old, straight. And I say 3 to 5
That'll
years
be
old
easy to
because
find. You know,
at
parts
that
are easy to
point
find.
it's enough. It's depreciated enough.
Yeah,
as
just
someone
recycle
else's
the alloy.
expense and won't depreciate as much during the time that you have it.
That's all.
But if you are someone who is wealthy and you don't mind taking that hit on the depreciation, or you want a nice car every couple of years and you want to trade it in, and you don't mind that fact that it's not the best financial
Okay,
choice,
good to go.
then lease. That's how I think of the buy and the lease situation. Then you also want to think about how much can you reasonably afford as a monthly payment when it comes to the proportion of your income that you're spending towards it.
So what do you buy new cars or do you?
So where we're going to then? Is it Spaceport or is it Buried City?
It was more economical for me to get a taxi everywhere, so I don't have a car.
Spaceport or Buried City? Which one is it?
The amount I'm traveling away from home makes more sense just to.
Buried City.
Taxi, I mean,
Cool.
by any time. Yeah, I'm saving on the
Lots of sand.
And it makes sense with this point in my life. It might be in 5 years, 10 years time that I want a nicer car, and I don't want to restrain myself from having it. But for now, with the numbers, I could use that amount somewhere else.
What about other things we spend money on? Where are the big
Here we go.
traps in spending?
I think it was Spaceport where a
that we
guy
haven't
showed me,
mentioned? So we talked about cars,
like,
talked about houses.
down next to
What
the
about,
structure, you could go across these bridges you
iPhones and
dropped.
iPads
Then
and
you had to bust
technology?
open these doors.
Nice.
Inside the
Traps in
doors
spending
with some
almost
weapons. It was
everything
kind
that
of
we do
sweet.
that we don't even see.
Bro, are you
There
really
is
the
a
best
way
J
to
ever?
out, which is a fundamental living cost for everyone. You're fighting against
So
marketing to keep your money in your pocket. You walk to a shop,
outside
a grocery store, they have the eggs, the milk, the bread right at the back,
space travel building.
which makes you walk through the shop to get there.
2
They have premium
containers.
products eye level.
Buried
The
City. So it's 2 containers in the
sweet
raider
kids
camp beneath
have
the
the kids eye
parking
level.
garage.
So
Where's the
these are
parking
also
garage
areas
in
where you
here?
don't even
So I
realize
got
that you're overspending because there's
rocket
subliminal
thrusters
marketing
next to,
messages around you.
or sorry,
So that's one
barricaded
area
area
where
on
it's just
floor
like
6
spending
of
on
the space travel
necessities,
building.
but not
So
even
we can go
realizing
do
that there's
that
a way
after
to,
we go. What was your thing again?
save
I need to
there.
find beneath. It's a raider camp beneath a parking garage. So we need to find a parking garage.
That's right next to space travel, right next here.
Also checking if you're shopping at the
Okay, then we'll go in there.
I mean,
We're
shopping
going.
at
We'll hit them
M&S
both at the same time.
Waitrose is different to shopping at Aldi.
And best J ever is making his way to wherever he wants
He's
to go
already
to.
halfway there.
Other areas where people overspend is everything now can be bought as an impulse
All
buy.
depends on what he
You can
puts in
buy
the
now,
jet.
pay later. There's
A little
pay
tip:
on your
don't
phone.
sprint everywhere, because if you need to run and you have no stamina, you're gonna hate it.
That make
I
you
know.
feel-
I do it too
and
often.
so just understanding
That's why I always bring
running this budget,
adrenaline
running
shots,
these
because you
numbers,
never know.
Understanding what you actually have available to spend towards these things is a really good way of fighting against everything else that is trying to take your money away from you.
What about like iPhones and iPads and stuff like that? Do you think people should be getting new ones or?
Good question.
The way I think about this
Would
is
you buy
for
new
the
iPhones all the
returns.
time?
When you first get something, there's a really big impact on your happiness. When you first get
That's
like
true.
An
That is
iPhone
true.
And you don't have an iPhone. That's good.
Oh,
That's
we're
big. You're
halfway
like,
through the
"That's-
map, so a
walking
lot
around
of
with
the stuff
iPhone, that's pretty cool."
people might have gone through.
Then with every upgrade, that diminishing return starts to plateau. It's not as exciting. So actually thinking about, do I need the next upgrade, or is that
Where's our guy
to
gone?
pass up on, but always remembering that the first time you buy something is worth it.
Pretty
The upgrades
sketchy.
after that, the happiness doesn't increase as much.
And what about hair,
Ooh,
nails,
cactus.
dyeing your hair?
Oh,
all those
prickly
kinds of
pears?
things?
Wait a minute.
Do you think people should be
You
trying to
usually-
looking over
sacrifice those
here?
kinds of things
Yeah,
as
you
well?
usually find them
I'm
on the
not in this
floor.
camp of trying to save money on everything. I really do believe that you should have a percentage that you allocate towards the fun things in your life and not being restrictive about what it is that you love.
Looks like best
If
you
it
ever
is
found some
getting your nails
friends.
done, getting your hair done, getting
No,
a
he's
new
here.
bag, go
Right
for
with
it.
us.
Enjoy
No,
it.
behind him. He's got
As
two
long as on the
arc.
other side, that's not at the opportunity
Oh.
cost of you in 5 years or you in 10 years.
Because you talk about this term lifestyle inflation,
Yeah.
which I've never heard before. What is lifestyle inflation?
Lifestyle inflation is when, as your income increases, your spending also increases. In a
Lifestyle
way
creep.
that you think might be necessary,
There's no way in the
but
top.
actually they are all
Watch out for the
necessities
Rocketeer.
being hidden away
Yeah.
as just upgrades and luxuries.
And it's turning.
It's essentially your spending rising at the same pace that your income is increasing. And what you want to do to counteract lifestyle inflation is you want to make sure that your spending increases. Sure, you want to treat yourself, you want to reward yourself, but not at the same pace that your income increases. You want to
Okay,
make
we have
sure
to
Yeah,
get down
that
off the roof. We're really exposed
Yeah.
up here.
when you're spending
Yeah, I'm gonna go
is
around.
Down the
getting
side, yeah.
wider as you earn more money, not narrower.
What's the best way for someone to track their money? Because there's lots of figures here. Some people aren't mathematically literate.
Yeah.
More cactus.
Many people don't want to be in Excel documents. Are there simple tools or an
Yeah,
app
it should be
that I
looking
could use
around
to
that.
track
Yeah,
my
don't even think about
spending
looking.
and saving and income?
So many bank accounts nowadays have
Everything's been gone
categorized spending within them, and it'll tell you what you're spending and what you're spending on. So if you
this
are
is the
someone
science
that,
building?
even me, I don't sit every single month and
Yeah, okay.
track every
Oh, there's a
single
guy rolling
transaction.
around in here.
But I do have a
Yeah, I
ballpark
hate those
figure in
things.
my mind based on my banking apps about what I'm spending where. And the key isn't, oh, should I be allocating this much here?
Motherfucker.
Here he comes.
The key is
Ah, too slow.
10% minimum.
Too
of your
slow.
salary.
Okay, we've got plastic parts. Oh,
That's up to you. But when you think about it that way, you think of this whole budgeting, managing finances as a lot more freeing.
I hate those things. They always show up right in the middle of when you're searching something.
Nobody's spending
What am
here.
I saving and what am I spending?
Nope.
Am I saving the right percentage? Cool. Doesn't matter how I'm allocating the rest. That's what I recommend with those.
Where's the other one rolling around? Downstairs?
I don't know. He hasn't really spoken since we started, so.
No, the other roller.
Oh, I think it blew up.
Oh, I can hear.
Yeah.
It must be downstairs then.
Which actually tells you in real time.
Just keep
It's
an
not
eye out, I
connected to
guess.
your bank accounts, but when you put your numbers into it, it'll tell you what you have left to spend for the remaining of the month.
And what is that? Is that an Excel document?
It is an Excel document, yeah.
Can I have your
Rocketeer's right outside.
I'll link it below so people can use it if they want to use it. What about
I see the red flash of one of them.
love and how these two
Okay,
worlds
must be
collide?
upstairs.
Because I was speaking
This
to
is the building, I
Ferrari
think.
recently
Yeah.
on the show, and he was telling me that
What you're looking
I
for
need to
exactly?
be- I
Fifth
need
floor.
to be on the barricaded area of floor 6.
Yeah, just go upstairs, and as soon as you find it, your mission's complete. So we're on floor 5, so we're upstairs here. There's a bunch of them on floor 6, so be careful.
From people asking, firstly, how to
You're liking this
bring
anvil.
up the conversation of money, and secondly,
Oh,
how
so I was
to
shooting.
manage their
Yeah,
finances with
stay
a
low
partner
down,
in
because
a
there's a
way
bunch
that
of rollers up here.
keeps the autonomy, but still makes it feel like you have a shared life.
This is floor 6, so it's straight through that door.
When it comes to how to bring up a conversation,
Yeah.
I guess, with your partner, this is really important because the top 2 reasons why people
Right.
argue or why couples
Cover me while
argue
I'm breaching, okay?
is money and sex.
Yeah.
But when it comes to money, it's lack of transparency, lack of openness, and lack of shared goals together. And that's not to say, yeah, you should go on a first date and ask someone what their credit score or debt utilization is. But it is to say, having those conversations, asking the right questions.
Watch it.
In a way that can help you money beliefs. In a way that can help you create a financial
No,
life.
the rollers are not
So
friendly.
What should I be asking my partner? I'm your partner. What do you say to me, and when do you say it?
I think there's levels of the questions that you could ask someone. And if you're just getting to know someone, you can ask them something along the lines of, if you found Or if you won 10,000 tomorrow, how would you spend it?
Lamborghini.
That will tell you a lot about what they value. So then that automatically tells you that they probably value status. If you say, oh, I'll probably save it.
If I said Lamborghini, I'm going to rent a Lamborghini for 2 months.
Yeah.
Huh.
What should you then do about that?
Imagine dating someone and they say that to you. You're like, okay, this is someone who's reckless with money.
It's just a symbol for what the person values. And if they want to spend it on a Lamborghini, that's not to say you should then judge the way they're spending, but you take that information.
Have you completed your thing yet? Oh no.
Way of
Nope.
thinking something that
Not
you
yet.
want to.
Okay, well, we're on the 6th floor, so it's going to be up here somewhere.
Is there a good answer to that question?
I think it comes down to understanding, because even if someone says, I just want to save.
We're definitely floor 6. It says it right there.
It's stability,
Yeah.
security, but you might be someone who wants experiences. You want to spend on flights to take
So
friends
this
and
is
family
all
away around
open.
the world. So it's just about understanding
The
how your
atrium.
money values fit in with their money values, and are they completely in conflict with each other, or are they actually, do they marry up, and can you see yourselves creating financial life together? Because if someone's like, oh, I'll spend all my money on
It's the 6th floor, right?
like status symbols
Yeah.
and
It's
not
just 6
saving
all over
anything,
the
and you're a
place.
saver, that is going to be a cause for arguments.
Yeah. Especially if you get bad news and things get tight. You know, somebody loses their job, and then when things get tight, you're really going to be focused on
Yeah.
Oh, it gave me a check mark. Sorry, it did give me a check mark.
Oh, you,
I'm sorry.
oh, you got it.
Other
Okay, cool.
questions
Fair
on
enough.
that, those kind of questions come down further down the line, actually, I guess, as well, when it comes to financial goal setting. But I guess there's another question you asked.
So now we got to
is,
go
and
to
it
the
comes
parking
back to
garage
this
right next to us.
Where do your beliefs about money come from? Because so much of the way
Was that
we
you
think about
firing
money
at
is
someone or
inherited
something firing at you?
through
Nope.
what we saw
Nothing.
our
You
parents
neither.
do, what we saw during our upbringings, and it has an impact on the way we are with money. It might be that we're an impulse spender as a result of it. It might be that we see debt in a certain way, or it might be that we're really frugal. But what that does is it opens up a conversation of empathy and compassion rather than judgment. And that automatically can lead to more conversations about, okay, how do you view debt? How can we manage our finances?
Okay, we'll search here a bit longer, then we'll go find the parking garage.
We work together as a whole to
We're
make
literally,
this
it's the
sustainable.
next building over. It's
And then
pretty close
the
to us.
next
Cool.
question is like when it comes to
That's
family and
right.
kids
It's
and how you're
like,
going to manage your finances there. That's when it comes to
if
the third
we-
layer of questions.
I bet
where
we
you
can
ask
figure out a way to
someone,
jump
what
across.
does our 2-year, 5-year, 10-year goal look like? And
Run!
if you were to merge our finances together, what would that look like?
Whoa.
It's right outside. I
That
walked
rock
past
is
it. It was
here?
right there. It was just right there. Yeah.
We have
I suggest we head downstairs so we're not right in its face.
individual money personalities and habits. And we're getting married later in life where these personalities are really set in stone. And do you know how they say, opposites
Unless you've got
attract in a
enough
relationship?
firepower to take it on.
Same goes with money.
No,
Savers
we
typically
don't.
attract spenders, and spenders
There's a
typically attract
fucking-
savers. So if you have a saver,
I mean, going up here, going
spending-
upstairs is a bad idea,
spending and
probably.
savings, that's going to be a cause for arguments regardless of whether there's financial shortcomings.
It's right
So I
there.
recommend
Oh, yeah.
like a team fund
It's flying away, though.
and then a me fund. Team fund is for the grown-up adult stuff. The
You'll get excited about someone else.
mortgage, rent, bills, council tax.
Yeah, I'm going to head down.
This isn't 50-50. You both pay into that
All right.
proportionate of your
All right,
income.
we'll go downstairs.
90% of your household income that you're making, you pay 90% of the expenses. You're bringing in 30% of the household income, you're paying
Oh,
30% of the
turret
expenses.
on the bottom.
That's
Hang on, hang on.
And then you have the me fund. And this is your own
Nice.
habits. No one else can see the way you're spending here. If you have a match addiction, go
No
for it.
core,
If you want
maybe,
to buy that nice watch,
Nope.
go for it. You can do whatever you want. Spend this money however you want. If you want to save it, save it. But that way you're creating.
Oh, there's the
that
parking garage.
There's your parking
unity, but
garage,
also
right? So I
having
was
that
thinking there was
autonomy. I
like
think
a
this
way
is
that we
really,
could
really
jump or
important
get over.
for
There's a
both parties, women and
thing over
men, but
there.
specifically
Is there
for
another
women
floor
and
down?
women, you want them to have their
There's one more.
independent
Okay.
access to their finances. And I've seen situations, I've spoken to people who have merged their
Well, there's a door.
finances,
Two more.
and it's when the relationship has turned sour or
That's down to the
unsafe,
subway to exfil, I
they
bet.
haven't been able to
Okay, so we have to find another way in.
know what to do because they haven't had the independent access to their money.
Hey, search.
Do you think people should be getting prenups?
Am I searching?
Did you get prenups?
Dude, I just found a huge container
I am. I think
full
everyone
of
has
stuff.
a prenup.
Or is this a
whether
dead body?
you know it or not.
Really?
That's a dead body.
I thought a dude just dead hit.
Yeah, I just ran over him.
Own
Give me some of that good stuff. I heard a purple thing and I didn't pick it up.
Or the state is telling you as what's going to happen if you decide to go in separate ways.
This guy's a couple of purples.
Yeah, let me see. What's he got for a weapon?
Holds different values. So some areas
Hold up. I can hear something big flying around.
agree, and they just say, okay, this is what the couple's agreed. This is how the
Okay, you got a rocketeer right in front of you.
or the assets are going to be split. In the UK, I'm not a divorce lawyer or anything. I don't
He just
know
has a
how the
stitcher.
prenup
Bro,
works.
it's right in front of you. It's making its way down the street. You gotta move.
So it's useful
Yeah,
to
I'm
have
running.
in some circumstances, but it's the courts will still look past it.
Try to find. I'm going into the parking garage.
This term passive income is quite a popular term. What
Yeah,
is
I just grabbed his mixtape and that was it.
It was still
Just a little
purple.
loot.
That you do not have to work
Right,
What's
it's
or to
it's
invest
two
time
containers at the radius camp beneath the garage. Right.
and
Be beneath.
in all honesty, I think
Beneath the
word passive
garage.
income gets thrown around a lot, and people forget.
Well, hang on.
that
Isn't beneath the garage like the metro to get out of here?
that might be passive income streams. Required a lot of
Yeah, maybe.
work up front to
Because
start.
if you go to the
What are some
top
passive income ideas that you think some people could pursue?
on
like
the zip line
average person
here,
could potentially pursue on top of their 9-to-5 job.
that's not going to
I
help
would
us.
go back to the easiest way for someone to pursue passive
Yeah, watch
income is through investing.
From like the S&P 500 and stuff like that.
That is the easiest way.
Yeah, we're
If you wanna-
exposed. Oh, it's
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Careful. Don't turn around.
Everything else requires some
Okay, we've
level
only got
of
like 3
time
minutes
around
left, so maybe we're best
for
booking
anything
out
for a
and
couple
then starting again
values,
fresh.
If that's what you're looking to do.
Yeah, I agree.
You can, like we spoke about, ask for a
Yeah,
pay rise
wait a
at
minute.
work.
If we only got
You
3
can,
minutes,
if that's
this is
what
even going to be a
you
tough
do,
run.
Start up side businesses
3.5 minutes.
to increase your income.
Yeah, let's get the
And
fuck
there's
out
two
of
ways
here.
to do that. There's the
Yeah, I forgot about
tap and
that.
go,
Sometimes I lose track of
like to
time.
call it, and it's
That
increase your
way.
income that you can do immediately. This isn't passive. This is
Alright.
things like putting a
Where
spare room
is
on
the
Airbnb
entrance?
or dog walking or Ubering. They require
Okay.
your time for money, but they are immediate. The
I
downside
recommend
is
putting
there is
whatever
a
you want to keep in the
cap to
safe
how much
box
you earn
because
it's not leaning into your unique
I
You
put
might-
the mixtape.
your market
I put the
advantage,
mixtape in
your
there
unique
just
selling
for the
points.
money.
The other side is value and skill-based income. And this is where you lean into your individuality, your unique selling point. You tap into your skills and you create businesses around that.
We
that
can
has-
make it.
I think we're good for time.
the
Yeah,
downside
just
with
don't
that,
run into
even
anything
if it
crazy.
is passive, say if you want to create content and then through that sell products, which you could then earn passively. with
Somebody
that kind
just
of
called
income
it.
stream, it always takes longer to make that money.
Right there. Go,
And
go,
there's
go.
a time period where you are putting in more time or even more
Oh
money
shit,
towards
watch
it.
out.
I know. I'm rolling. I'm out of fucking stamina.
That's why I say, sure, there are avenues which
Oh,
become
you have no
easy
idea
and
how...
accessible to everyone.
I
It isn't.
just rolled out its way.
Everything else does require some upfront time or energy.
All right, so question is, when we get down here,
Become a co-owner and that business allows you to sell digital products online. And we did the 30-day challenge, and that was looking through the results of how much money people had
Well, I'm right behind you, so...
because I think digital products are really like interesting.
Those fucking dead raiders.
And there was this one, I was going through
Well,
one of them yesterday.
who the hell killed them?
And there was like so many people, but this is one that stood in mind because she had 1,000 followers.
check the end of the
She's
hallway
helping
first.
women
Wait a
to
second. It's
get
dark down there.
control of binge eating and other sort of
Right, I'm
eating
checking for...
disorders by
I'm
selling
looking behind, okay?
products and information
Good down here.
to the community. She
I
had like
don't know if I
1,000
want somebody
followers or
running up to see me
the
checking
last
this
30
guy, but
days, she's
they
made
have
£4,000 or
something.
£5,000 doing that. She sold like 40
No.
digital products, and like basically
I'm not
PDFs.
seeing anything more than this basic stuff, truth be told. Nah, I
No
think they were
doubt.
doing a basic run. Yeah.
Spent 10 years, 20 years in a career and know something.
Funny, I
have
took
some kind
most of it
expertise.
just because it's stuff that stacked on top of my stuff.
Well, that's always helpful.
A business on the side that can be scalable. Not necessarily through creating content, which is what I think a lot of people think that they need to do.
And with a minute to go, that's not bad at all.
Everybody knows something. And there's a demand now for people to buy that expertise that you know. If you've
Right.
been in
All
the
right.
world for like
Right, I gotta use the restroom.
Yeah, I'd say if you want to figure out what it is that expertise is for you.
Nice.
Sometimes we're sitting on a mountain.
Nice run. Awesome.
Until we
Yeah, I'm probably in for one more.
look to see what
It's
it
time
is.
for me to probably
Ask
call
your
it a night.
friends what is it
Yeah,
that
one
you
more.
come to me for advice on? Because I know I have people in my life who I go to for advice on
Well, if it's a long
specific
one like
areas,
that,
or if I want planning for an event.
spawn
hey,
and get
what should I
killed
do?
in
How
2
should I do
minutes,
this?
then
If I need help with Excel, hey, can you help me with this formula? If I've got back pain,
yeah, that was good.
a quick message or WhatsApp to someone saying, hey, what can I do in this
That
situation?
was a random
Find out
dead
what
body
people
to
coming
find
to you for
in a
advice
fucking
on.
tree.
That kind of will give
Like
you
walking
a
by,
signal
I'm
as
like,
to
hey, there's a dead body here.
what people want to know about you, what people want to learn from you, and see if there's a way to turn that into an income stream.
I mean, it's very much what you did.
Yeah, it is exactly what I did. It's turning the finance knowledge, which at the time my tagline was sharing everything I know and I'm learning along the way to create a life that I love. And it was me kind of doing it as an online diary, sharing this is what I'm learning, this is what I'm doing, and then it ultimately ended up into something that I do full time.
And that's changed your life in a pretty profound way.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't take that.
Every single one of you watching this right now has something to offer, whether it's knowledge or skills or experience, and that means you have value. Standstore, the platform I co-own, who are one of the sponsors.
Sorry, I was just in the restroom. Sorry about that.
Your knowledge into
Oh, you're good.
business
No, you're good.
through one single
Hey, and I got my snow
You can sell
globe.
digital products, coaching, communities, and you don't need any coding experience either. Just the drive to start. This is a business I really believe in, and already $300 million has been earned by creators, coaches, and entrepreneurs just like you have the potential to be on Standstore. These are people who didn't wait, who heard me saying things like this, and instead of procrastinating, started building, then launched something, and now they're getting paid to do it. Stan is incredibly simple and incredibly easy, and you can link it. Talk to me about that journey. Was it
Okay.
Was it faster than you expected?
Okay, back to it.
And are you in a place that is higher than you expected when you started? You've done
We still haven't
151
gotten
videos
to
on YouTube.
my shield is still doing
And
pretty
is
well.
it safe to say it's made you millions?
Yeah.
Oh, that snow globe was worth $7,000.
Never have thought I was in the place that I am now through sitting in my spare bedroom and creating videos. Monday to Friday, I'll be going to work, glitz and glamour, meeting clients.
I have a thing that
So it's
says
kind of
to
a
kill
lure to it.
something with a fireball
And then the
burner,
weekends
so
I'll
I
just
throw it at it.
Yeah, I've got that as well. The guy
Googling
wants you to test out his like his is it a fireball burner?
Which are all terms in terms of editing videos.
Kill. I gotta kill an arc with this fireball burner, so I gotta try to probably kill one of those rolling.
Yeah. I quit my day job just over 2 years ago.
What is a fireball burner?
so for a very long
Traders,
time,
grenades, and
this was just a
gadgets.
creative outlet for me.
If it whirs, beeps, or
And
explodes,
I
you'll probably
loved
find
it.
it
I
here.
found so much
Gas mine, noisemaker,
interest in
heavy
it,
fuse
but my
grenade, smoke grenade,
purpose
super
for
grenade,
it really
dead
grew
grenade,
as
gas
it grew.
grenade,
It grew
snap
very
grenade,
quickly
drop
from
mine, pulse
1,000
mine, zip
to
line, door blocker,
50,000 within a
and
few
barricade
days,
kit.
100,000 within
I'm fine with either.
a few weeks
Nothing
of that.
there.
And as the channel grew, I saw the comments that were coming in. Hey, I've just invested in this for the
Okay, I
first
guess I'll
time
just
because
mix some
of
more heavy
what
ammo. We'll
you've
be
said
done with it.
here, or I've just asked for a pay rise at work because of this conversation. And when you see something like that come through,
Oh,
there is
Christ.
no amount of money
Plate.
that can be made. From the
Ammo, ammunition.
What was previously
Oh, it's already in there?
external
Perfect.
fulfillment for me turned into internal fulfillment. So it has
Okay, I'm
been the
pretty
best
much
thing
good
I've
to
done,
go.
hands down.
Yeah, just dropped all my crap off, got some more ammo, and straight back into it.
We didn't find the thing under the parking garage, right?
No, we didn't. No, and I'm wondering.
Okay, so we'll do Buried City again.
After work. The video is titled 5 Things I
It
Did
could've
to Stop
been-
Wasting My Evenings After Work.
Or we can go at least go look for it.
Yeah, it's like
Because I
apparently
had to be
there's
really
a
disciplined with my
what's it
time
called
when
now?
I,
There's a
was
raiders
working in banking.
hideout
So
beneath
what
a
is the
parking
essence of that
garage,
video? Is it telling people
and I don't
to
quite
use
know
their-
if
their
it's that
time
parking
most
garage or if
effectively
it's another
and-
parking garage.
So often we just are living in autopilot mode. We don't even think about the time.
Most
that
of
we're
the
using, how
quests
we're
seem to
using
have like they
We
lead you at least with
are just coming
that
home after
part
work
of it.
and turning
They'll
on the
tell
TV
you
and watching
an
Netflix
area.
and sinking into the
Right.
couch because we've done that the day before and the day before, and it's comfortable. And the essence of that video is to say there's probably more out there. If you're sitting there and you're in a place.
Oh,
where
hey
you think,
guys, thanks
"I
for
don't
watching
really
the
like my
stream.
job,
I appreciate
really
it.
like what I'm doing. I'm not really happy. I want to meet new people, but I'm not doing that. Then this video is about saying, hey, come out of that autopilot mode that you might be in, and you have hours, maybe on the weekend, maybe in the evening, that you can use to create a better life for yourself.
It's almost like budgeting your time.
It is budgeting your time, exactly that. Thinking about how you can spend each hour in a way that brings you closer to the version of the life that you want.
I think about that a lot because ultimately our time is the center point of our influence. Like it's the thing that's going to determine our long-term outcomes pretty much more than anything else.
The big black yak.
Learn how to color grade for YouTube videos like you did.
Yep, got that right.
Watching Love Island.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good, bro.
Like in the same way that $100 is going to compound at 10% a year in the S&P 500, that choice is going to compound.
As you could tell, I'm not black at all.
Like, so let's play that out. So instead of watching Love Island, I decide to read that book you recommended.
Well, are you a yak at least?
And then that means that I make a series
Yeah, I
of
could
different
be a yak,
decisions
yeah.
which change the
Are you a big
trajectory
yak
of
or a
what
small
is my
yak?
life. I maybe stop
A
spending
medium
as much,
yak.
start budgeting a little
So
bit.
you're the big medium yak. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it. I get what you mean.
Zoom out on that as a graph over 10, 20, 30 years, you're in an entirely different position because you used 1 hour differently 30 years ago.
I'll say I'm a thick
But you'll
yak.
never see the return.
That's a
So
bit too much information, bro. But I'm
A medium.
happy you're sharing.
A medium thick yak.
I try and remind myself on a frequent basis.
Doesn't that just mean average? If you're medium thickness, that basically means you're average, right?
How intentional and well
Yeah, I
placed
guess so,
aligned to
yeah.
get to my long-term goals is maybe the most important thing.
And it's the most powerful thing that you have. Exactly.
Found a key.
Happiness. What makes you happy, Nisha?
The way I'm living right now, which is doing what I'm doing for a
I actually
living,
have a key for this map. I gotta bring
is
it
making
in
me extremely happy.
next time.
And it's the happiest I've been since starting a career in banking.
Oh,
It comes back to finding a meaning and a purpose in what you're doing. And to say that I make money from helping people get better with their finances, I don't think there's stuff. And
No,
you
nothing
can't get
there.
much better than that. I don't think there's many jobs in life that are more rewarding than giving back in some way.
Garbage in this place.
However that looks like for you.
Nothing up here.
With your
Okay,
own
so
skills, your own
let's try, I guess, go back to where we were
I can't imagine
and see if we can actually find something there.
Yeah,
And if it's
fine.
not there, then we're obviously there's another garage around here somewhere.
It's been a journey, but it's
because
been
the
a good
parking garage
AI is this
right
the
Yeah.
topic of the
I mean, that is the parking garage, so if you're saying it's beneath that, but there's like nothing but sand beneath it.
It's impacting how I'm hiring
That
as an
side.
employer.
Okay.
It's impacting how I do my creative work and
We were over
even
on
as a
the
podcaster as
side
well. I was wondering what you're doing, how you're thinking about AI.
I'm seeing more and more people.
Looks like the
leaning
black
to AI
yak's getting attacked.
To get money tips and money advice.
Nope, I'm all good.
And I think that's great because it's everything.
Something's seeing you and coming after you there. What's that there?
20 years ago versus what was available 5 years ago.
Oh,
versus
but this,
what was available
Has that seen someone else?
now.
Has that seen someone
There's
else?
so much more
Okay, there's another
information
radar there.
that's vastly available at your fingertips for you to learn financial literacy. And be
Yeah, I don't
prepared
know.
for it. The thing that I'd always ask people to remember is
See something.
don't forget the emotional side of money, because greed, fear, that all comes into how you're managing your finances as well.
Yeah.
So use AI. Use
Okay, well, that's the parking garage.
And I think you always need to lean into it.
Here's
but there's the human.
That's the
component
medical
that can never be
place.
taken
This is the medical building, the science
especially
building.
when it comes to
Yeah, the parking garage is the red one right
Can I
next to
just
it.
go on like ChatGPT and ask it to be my personal accountant every month and tell it my situation, tell it my goals, and then tell it to give me advice every day, week, month
Look, I hear
on what I
someone.
should be doing.
I think that would be a great starting point to understand what do I need to do if I'm absolutely clueless.
Okay, what have we got here?
That's not to say ChatGPT is always correct. As you probably know, there's some errors in it.
Right,
so take it
so-
with a pinch of salt. But if you're
Well,
starting from
okay,
scratch,
something's a
if you're
fight
saying,
taking
hey,
place
this is
real close by.
my
Oh yeah,
income,
somebody
this is
just
my
popped the
spending.
flare.
How do you recommend I budget? Give me 3 or 4 ways to consider it.
All right, I am crouching down and I am going
A way
slow.
for you to take, if that's a way for you to take that next step, then definitely.
Yeah, I don't know where they are exactly.
Jack, you were
Well, there's
telling
a
me
staircase there, level
you're
1.
now
Maybe if we go into
using
that,
AI
it'll take us
for financial
underground.
support and advice.
You see it?
What are you doing?
So I've got like a prompt on ChatGPT.
I don't know.
I've asked it to be
Well, there's a lighting.
financial advisor.
It goes down, and that's where we're going.
And I screenshotted all
Alright,
my
I'll
bank
come there.
statements, and every time I tell people this, they kind of wince because it's like a lot.
This look.
into your life.
Oh!
Fuck! Don't die, don't die, don't die, bro.
On my bank. How much I put into investments and stuff, and it was trusted this investment account.
Blackjack, don't die, bro.
I'm trying.
Oh, it got brutal. Right, I'm surrendering. I'm surrendering. I'm not getting knocked out by that. I'm not getting knocked out by that. God damn. Okay, well, I know where we have to go now. Fuck.
That sucks.
What pisses me off is one of those guys is getting a decent, a fucking amazing anvil.
Yeah, I had a renegade on me too.
I threw that key in my safe pocket. I was like, oh, I'm glad I did that now. Oh, I was like, no, there's guys in here.
What do you think about this stock?
Dude, you fucking shotgunned me.
Literally landed right onto a squad. Like, damn.
It's advice, changes and adjusts.
Really?
Oh, didn't land into them. They heard us coming and hid down there.
I told you to behave. I was like, behave yourself.
Yeah, once they heard us, we were done for.
Yeah.
Well, next time we do that, I'm dropping a grenade down first.
Okay.
I have.
I'm game to go back. I'm game. To
Oh, I'm doing that. There's no doubt I'm doing that. I mean, I have enough stuff, so.
We haven't got you your thing, so I'm game. We'll get you that, and then I'm out.
If you want to invest in Tesla, we'll have another pot. So the new one.
We'll call that a success.
Yeah. And you can do pies. So I've got a save.
I'm gonna go in with a free loadout after I lost like twice the last 2 games.
That's really interesting, Jack. That
Yeah,
you've done
it's
that.
painful.
That just shows the power of AI now. And there's 2 really interesting things that I picked up on then. The first is that it's very tailored based on you, which with AI, it's probably understood who you are as a person from the information that you fed to it, your risk profile, your amounts, the bank statement had your savings, and from that, it derived a profile and gave you the correct information based on your current situation. And the second thing that probably doesn't get mentioned in maybe podcasts that you've done so far, Stephen, is the savings, the putting it into a high interest savings account. It's a very easy, basic personal finance tips that actually do make a difference when it comes to habits, but also it's easy, that's passive income for you. They would get missed out on a lot of the advice if you're watching a specific investing focused YouTube video or podcast.
It's amazing how quick you burn through the basics.
The power of ChatGPT. I don't know yet.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know if we have any information about how much information we can actually feed into ChatGPT and where that goes. But it sounds
Well,
like
sometimes you gotta go on a looting spree.
This is my current situation.
True. You know what? I have a buried key residential master key here.
At least, and then you've been able to say, okay, that makes sense.
I also have, I'm taking a hatch key. I have 2 hatch raider keys, so I'm going to take one in my safe pocket, and that we can get out quick if we have to.
Advice. So although it's been really good initially,
Very
I think
nice.
I'm now with that base knowledge, just going to go and and everything I've learned on these podcasts as well, just kind of go and run with it. Yeah.
Adrenaline shots. Adrenaline
There's
shot.
so much information online.
So what are the augmented slots for? You can put anything in there. You need the better. The MK2.
What the what slots for? Sorry.
When you use the next level of your looting thing, what can you put in those?
Oh, it's like you can. It's a you get more safe pockets. That's the main one.
Otherwise, you'll die broke. And then the next video card might be mine, and you might think, oh, well, the last 2 people just told me BS. Why should I?
Okay, I'm good to go.
And so, finding a person who
Oh, an extra grenade.
whose principles and philosophy align with your way of thinking is a way that will keep you motivated and inspired to want to keep getting better with finances. And so you've probably got that information
Yeah, let me just.
from ChatGPT, and it said to you, hey, based on your profile, this is what's important. And you've
Yeah, I'm chucking grenades down there first, 100%.
this is right for me.
Shrapnel grenades? Do you want me to bring a shrapnel grenade? Chuck it in there?
And so it's,
I'm taking some basic. Okay, what
guideline
grenades did I
for
get? Let me have a
someone
look.
you resonate with, and
I
also
thought that
understand
was going to go
the
up for a
principles align with
second, and then it
yours.
went
I would
down
say to that.
that little
How much do you
while.
think about credit scores? Because I absolutely butchered my credit score before I even realized it existed. My credit score was in the bin. I got 2 CCJs, which are county court judgments, which is where you really fuck up. Because I didn't know anything about money when I was 18, 19 years old, and they gave me these credit cards, and I had overdraft and defaulted and didn't pay them back, and went to an ATM, put it in, it didn't come back out.
Yeah.
And then I found out that I had destroyed my credit rating before I knew what it was. And I hear this quite a lot from people. They don't understand the importance of it.
Yeah, that's brutal, bro.
you don't realize the
Thank
importance
you
of
for your
it
patience.
until you're looking to buy
alright.
something big.
Yeah.
Because that's what it impacts the credit score. Two people can go in.
The main reason to have a credit card, quite frankly, is if you know you can pay it off at the end of the month, and you absolutely do, then you can get the points. Otherwise, a credit card is completely goddamn useless.
Into a car showroom and choose the same car, and the amount they pay for it will be
I worked in debt management for years. I would tell anyone, avoid credit cards like the goddamn plague.
completely different based on the history,
Yeah.
the credit background. And so it is
Okay.
something that you need to think about. It's something that you need to make sure you're
Right,
paying
let's
off
do this.
in time, in full your credit card, for instance.
Alright.
We're close.
Definitely
Alright,
one of the
we're at
main
least
things, or
close.
one of the things people should always look at and
So
consider
it's
when
in the
you check your
garage, and we gotta go across the
credit rating
ground floor.
online for free.
Level
There are
1,
websites
across
that
the
do that.
Down
ground.
the fucking.
And
Yeah,
you can
down
check
the
it to
elevator
make sure all
shaft.
of your details
Let's just hope
are
to God
correct.
those guys are
If there's any
gone.
anomalies, correct that, but
Yeah.
most
that's-
importantly, just
And
make
then
sure
after
that it really
this,
comes down to how you're paying the things.
I might do some solo stuff, I'm not sure, just to go out there and do some raids to collect some basic materials that I can
Yeah.
replenish all my shit.
And they also probably don't realize that
Yeah,
things like
that's
being
fair. I'm about.
registered
I
to
gotta
vote
go to bed.
has an impact on their credit rating.
about
Because I
time
remember
for
the
me
first time I
to-
logged in to check my credit score, and it was like,
Where are we going?
55. And it said the reason
Level
why
1
guys
of the
just killed
garage.
us.
And we're going back to where those people were.
You register to vote, that's one of the things. Even something like you can call up your credit card company or your the company.
Oh,
Go take the
fuck.
zip line to the top.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
The
whoa.
amount that I have available. What that
Oh,
does
no.
is it reduces your utilization.
Run!
And by just saying, okay, you have instead of utilizing 50%,
Ow.
20%. What companies now see is, oh, okay, they're being sensible.
Right, before you go down there again,
here.
make sure you're good. Like,
No, the door's not open.
You could take into account.
I'll brief you up
ah,
with that.
that's a good indicator. Right.
You do have interest rates because you're not paying your debt off in time. You can negotiate that. You can call up the company and say,
Cool, maybe there'll be some
"This
loot
is
down
the
here."
interest rate I'm paying, but this
Hopefully.
is what I have planned. This is how I plan to pay off my debt, and I want to do it over the next 12
Right, I've got
months.
grenades ready to go.
Can you reduce, or can you look at reducing my interest rate?
Alright, you gotta loot some
I have
stuff.
these personas here, there's 3 of them, and I was wondering, they're 3 different people at 3 different stages of life. When you think about the advice you give these
There's a
people,
lot of
does
shooting.
it come back to this framework, this 65, 20, 15 framework?
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna search.
What stage they're at?
Oh, good sign for us.
Most things in finance do come back to that
Search
some
two.
guns.
2015, or even a variation.
Oh, gun case.
With Andy, he's just started.
Search
his
2
work
containers in this
career.
place. That's what my objective
He's
is.
Making less now than he will in 10 years. 20
Oh,
years
so
time.
any two?
So it may not be
I don't
that
know,
he
it just says search
allows
2.
for
Let me just check on the map.
65% to go towards his rent and his
No,
car
got it, got it, got it. It's done.
It might be that, it might be 70 or
Nice.
75%.
Either you guys
The key
rocking a
is-
shotgun?
Especially at this stage,
Nope.
the most
No,
important
I got a
thing that he has
kettle.
going for him is time. So save, invest.
Okay,
early,
there are
Okay.
people
do it
running
with
around here.
currency, which is often, and harness the power of long-term growth.
Alright.
That's what I'll say to Andy. When it comes to the new phone, remember that there is a trade-off for every decision you're making. If it's not an
Oh,
absolute
yo.
necessity
There's
or
already a way.
urgency,
Where's
that
this?
can
I'm
be
I'm
spent,
curious to know what this looks
and
out
the
over.
value of that
Because we could have just jumped in here.
$80,000 today
No, I
can
don't
be
think you
worth
can.
significantly
You can't
more
get to it
in
from the
10 years or
ground, I
20 years'
bet.
time.
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
So balance that together.
There's a bastion
You
coming. I
definitely
might
jump.
shoot it.
There's budget.
Just for the hell of it.
Put down the money for savings investing. If he wants to spend that on the fund, then go ahead.
With him, though, do you think his risk appetite should be a little bit higher?
Do you have the thing where you have to chuck 2 grenades at something? Because it might be a good idea to go up a few levels and then you can chuck it at the bastion.
You need to take risk.
Oh, I've done
You
that.
need to
Like,
go
or heard
work
it?
at an
Yeah.
AI startup because
Which one am I on for
he
him?
wants to fill that
I'm
bucket of knowledge
on.
with like really high yielding.
I have to destroy something with a fireball burner.
So
Oh,
I
this is-
I go, bro, roll the dice. You've got nothing to lose. You ain't got a mortgage. You ain't got kids.
Yeah, that sounds
In
like
your
it's the
20s,
next building
you can
over.
play the long-term
Okay.
game. Absolutely. Everything feels like it's urgent.
Well, I've hit
In
my
your 20s,
thing, so if
feel
you
like
guys
need
have got
to
anything
feel
you
like
want to do,
need
I'm here to
feel
help.
like you need to pay by
Sorry, I've
Alright,
completed my
so-
thing, so if you guys have got an objective, I'm here to help, so.
I got
And
nothing
he's
in
got a
this
long
map.
time in the-
What about
Things
What
that
about
he
Mr.
learns,
Average
things
Jack?
that he invests in, the
I don't even
skills
know what I
and
have. I
investment
just
you
usually
can
just
bounce back
shoot and
quickly.
loot.
And even when it comes to investing, actually, when you're in your 20s, you can be more risk averse.
Well, I ain't going
Because
out that way, because knowing my luck, I'll get shot down the moment I get outside.
that will see you through.
Although, if you want to go into the art
Yeah.
gallery, it's right across the
20s is
road.
Time to take the risk, take all the
You
tiny
wanna
experiments,
And
try
it's
one
shooting-
across?
Fuck
and
it.
just be a sponge where you absorb everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What about Lisa in the middle?
Lisa is
Turret, watch it.
she's got a mortgage, she's got an income, and she's got a good amount of profits. And is
down. I love the anvil.
she doesn't know where to start.
Yeah, one of the best guns for sure.
Yeah, I got his blueprint the other day. I've been so happy.
And this is, she's doing really well.
Very
Someone
nice.
like in Lisa's position. But if anyone
That would be a nice one to find.
Position, chances are they're not investing because they.
The scary thing was I was using like a basic thing,
Of what to do.
so I didn't have a I didn't have like a secure pocket type deal, so that was scary.
Oh yeah, you got lucky.
I did. I could have been shot. I would have been so pissed if I lost that.
You found it? Oh yeah, yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like, I'm leaving right now. The moment I saw it, I was like, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out.
You wanna, especially if you're just starting out, your emotions and the behavior is going to play a key
I'm gonna look
part.
upstairs, I guess.
I got the wolf pack the other day.
Portfolio, stick to funds and target date retirement funds at the
Ooh.
moment. And then if you are ready,
That's like the grenade or
get
something.
more senior, you haven't.
Yeah, you like throw it and it shoots out like 12 grenades.
Cool.
That's nice. God damn.
And it's actually not that like crazy to build. It's like two different things that you find pretty easily.
Over 50% of his income is going towards his rent. He has credit card debt over 1,500. So the first thing I would say,
Yeah, the anvil's pretty cheap.
in that position, is if you've already saved for your peace of mind fund.
You can sell it for $5 grand, and it costs like a handful of metal parts.
It is
Oh,
like
that's
running
nice.
with weights on your ankles.
Yeah, it's
You
not
wanna
bad.
Take them off.
Yeah, I
so
can't
you
wait to get
start
that
moving on
blueprint
to the
for
next
sure.
There's an
part
emperor over
of
there.
your financial journey. So focus on paying off that credit card debt. He wants to increase income benefits, but has a little time outside of work and being a dad. So that says to me that he probably doesn't have time or energy to spend on trying to see if something's going to work and see what comes out of it. He wants to make an immediate source of income. So the easiest way
Okay, there's something over there.
is getting an increase in your current job, getting a pay rise, and if not, switching companies to
you
see if
helped
you
them.
get a pay rise that way.
I
When I'm looking at
did.
my own career, when I stayed
Means
at
I
the
got the
same
points.
organisation,
I see them.
it
They're
was-
over there.
it was between 3%, 5%, sometimes a bit higher.
1,
I got promoted to
2,
10%, and then when I
3.
switched companies, it was always between 20 and 30%.
They're running back.
And I know that is, I was in a lucky place where I had the movement to those pays up.
Bit of run, boy.
Oh fuck! I definitely hit him.
Hit him again.
Moving in closer.
There is a
Fire on him.
to earn more.
I'll
And
cover
I would
you.
say, first and foremost, increase your income. You don't have to put any more time towards it, given you also
Stitch.
have children to look after.
Oh, I
as
got
well.
an arc behind me.
If you've
Of course.
Nice shot.
if you've already
Nice.
exhausted those two avenues, then the next
Yeah, they're sniping. Watch it.
Got me.
income is picking up
From behind.
income streams.
Someone's
Oh,
at
on the roof.
some-
Someone's on the roof behind us.
Might be tied to your time,
Up there.
but they will have an immediate impact on your income because that's probably what you might be looking to do because your
Different team?
Different team. We're
Yeah.
better run, guys.
They're
We're
on you,
caught
blue.
between two.
They're
We're
on
caught
green,
between.
whatever color that is.
We're caught between two groups, guys. I'd move if I were you.
So this could be things like selling
moved.
I got one in front of me.
Yeah, we've got another team behind.
renting out a spare room.
Do we want to push forward against this one in front of me?
Well, it's
Yeah,
pretty
we
hard.
gotta- we gotta push somewhere.
Well, the team behind is a bit more experienced by the looks of things.
Oh, I just got shot
Pushing.
from the other team
At
now.
this point in my life, me specifically, I don't think I've bought a designer
They got my ass.
item in 2 years, which is a lot for me. Because
Bro,
I've
can you
wanted
crawl to where I am?
designer wear
Who over
before.
here?
I've found
I'm trying. They're
that
shooting
my
my ass.
validation in life has come through my work and through
I'm almost
internally.
dead.
And it took me on a journey
Fuck,
to do that.
fuck.
And I just don't believe in the premium prices.
I'm heading to you.
that
I'm heading
pay
to you,
for
bro. I'm heading to
promoting
you.
another product or a brand. If it's for utility, if you're buying a branded item,
Right,
or
yeah,
buying for
reload.
utility, i.e.
Recharge.
This brand works for itself, then go for it. But if you're doing it purely
Yeah, they're on us.
to
Are they working together?
at this
That was a
point in my
bit too
life,
convenient, you know what I
I can
mean?
spend that money in other ways. That brings me a lot more.
Yeah,
There.
I don't know if they're working
There.
together. Definitely.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh,
No,
this
I
is
don't
fun.
spend on fast fashion unless it's a really urgent client.
Dude, they're not
Ah,
killing each other.
fuck.
Which means I could pay around. I
Fuck
spend
you,
a good
man.
amount on quality pieces, and that's important to me. Quality pieces that I could use time and time again, and can switch in and out of. And
Well, they've got an anvil right about now. There was 4 of them. They definitely were working together.
What can remove the decision making for me?
What about books?
That's a good answer.
I think that is one area that I love spending.
Hey, I still kept my
There's
pocket key.
infinite return. There really is, and actually, some of the breakthroughs that I've had have come from the books that I've read. Even the first
All
one
right,
I read,
well, that was it for
Rich Dad, Poor
me.
Dad.
No worries, bro. I sent you a friend request, so maybe next time.
Guys have a good night.
Just knowing that from an early age can start changing your thinking in a way that you wouldn't be able to having a normal conversation, because the people you hang around with, spend time with, they have a massive impact on where you end up. And I think it's easy to say just hang out with another crew, or just hang out with a new crowd that pushes you.
Okay, am I gonna stick with this, or do I have to play something else? You know what? I might do some solo stuff.
Podcasts,
Some solo
YouTube
stuff.
videos.
So go
It almost
to
has that
there, confirm. We're gonna use a freeload.
Around you. It mirrors
Oh,
that
damn it!
effect. So
Cancel.
even if you don't have access to the people who you
by
want to
myself.
learn from, by reading their book,
Reload,
watching the videos,
confirm.
listening to the podcast,
Oh.
you can still gain that knowledge.
Cancel.
And it's almost equivalent to you sitting with them for an hour.
Okay, I'm basically going in to get raw materials.
Subliminal messaging.
You wear black a lot, like me. Is that
100% those guys are working together.
Started off
I'm pretty sure I counted
when I
like
was doing my
4
YouTube
people
channel alongside working
who
in
charges
banking,
at the
I had
end.
to find every way possible to eliminate
God damn.
any sort of decision making that will stop me from doing the thing.
Yeah.
And so it was a way for me to create.
Well, at least I can rebuild what I lost. That's the main thing. But I need parts, so we're gonna go in cheap. We're gonna go in fast. We're gonna go in easy. And our goal is to collect as much crap as we can and get out. Ideally, alloys, so that I can rebuild all my stuff.
Just happens to be that black is 60% of my wardrobe.
Nisha, we have a closing tradition on this podcast where the last guest leaves a question for the next, not knowing who they're leaving it for.
Okay, 1 second.
And the question that's been left for you is, who is the one person that was...
You know what? Let's listen to this.
Today's number, 6.23 metric
Scott
tons.
Galloway's
That's
everywhere.
how much
Let's
cocaine
listen
was
to what he
actually
says.
found in a banana shipment en route to Germany. True story, yeah. I'm thinking about going dressed up as cocaine this Halloween, hoping someone will do me in the bathroom.
Really, Scott? Really?
Welcome to Prop G Markets. Today, we're speaking with Ramit Sethi, and you're a big fan. You watch his Netflix show, right?
Right.
Huge fan. Very glad we're having him on.
New York
Business
Times bestselling
Center.
author of the Personal Finance Guide, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. We speak with Ramit about how to spend money, how to talk about money with your spouse, and how to build a rich life. I got the first one down. Okay, I like.
Fuck
this guy.
you.
I thought he was very practical. I'm a little bit jealous. I see what I could have been if I were more handsome.
Oh, I'm kidding me. I'm gonna get beaten the fuck up by a bunch of light bulbs the second I walk in here.
Talking about like some acorns.
Oh shit.
Or something. Anyways, so with that.
Oh shit. Open.
Thanks for having me. Let's start with the most controversial topic in personal finance.
Close.
Homes.
Close.
Home prices.
Fuck that. Right.
Continuing to climb. Young Americans increasingly boxed out of owning a home. You talk a lot about what it means to be rich and what it means to get
Charge.
rich. Do you think owning a home is an essential part of that?
God damn.
Not necessarily.
Right.
And you would think that
that's what happens when you go in cheap. You get absolutely screwed. Right.
Single purchase of
Oh
your life
god, no. Yeah.
be
Sorry,
controversial.
wrong room.
But
Wrong
whenever
room.
I suggest
Never mind.
that
My
people
bad.
Simply run a very basic calculation to decide whether it makes financial sense to buy
Rattler.
versus rent.
Is this thing
I
any
get
good?
Thousands of angry comments accusing me of being a secret landlord, accusing me of being in bed with the landlord conspiracy, and on and on. In America, real estate is
the
religion,
landlord
and if you
conspiracy.
dare to question it, even to simply run a calculation, you enrage millions and millions of
fuck
people.
you.
Can you give us some basic metrics for a first-time home buyer around,
Hello?
loosely speaking, the analysis around whether they should continue to rent or think about buying?
Well, a very, very
Something's
back
down
of the
there.
napkin calculation, especially from the old days, would be
We're going
your
slowly.
total
I ain't getting
cost
foot.
of ownership. That includes your mortgage.
It's okay though. If I get
your
killed, I lose nothing.
sprinklers,
It's fine.
Your roof repair that you're going to make 11 years from now, but you haven't even counted that in.
Seed vault down here.
Costs, all of it should equal less than 28%.
This is where we want to go. Sweet.
Now,
okay.
That's not realistic
reach
anymore,
and search.
especially in
let's get some points.
So we can stretch that number. We can stretch.
Is there anything here worth getting?
33.
Plastic
Beyond
parts,
that, it becomes
fabric.
very
Okay,
risky.
cool.
You are incurring massive risk, particularly if one person loses their job or something unexpected happens. There are also things like saving 20%
this one,
for
nice.
a down payment. Again, incredibly difficult these days. I encourage it. I don't necessarily think you have to put 20% down.
1, 2, okay.
But by saving 20%,
I'm getting the feeling it's
you
mostly
demonstrate
plastic
that you
parts
have
in
the
here.
effective ability to save money for what may come. And when you own a home, that is exactly what you need to be able to do.
What's the math on renting? And by the way, how did you land on that 28% to 30 to 33% number? And if you're
I need that.
Is the number the same? Is the
I
calculation
need
the same?
that.
It's the same for renting versus buying, which is why in expensive cities like New York, San Francisco, LA, it almost never makes financial sense and financial sense alone to buy. For example,
I have to be honest. I've heard a lot of conversations online about people sort of saying that renting is just throwing money, it's throwing money away, and it's a complete waste of time, etc. I rented for years and years and years until I was in my mid to late 30s. In fact, I was renting rooms until I was like 35, and then I eventually was in a situation where I was able to buy, but I only bought because it made perfect sense for me to do it. Like renting basically gave me a flexibility, whereas if I'd have bought a house, let's say 10 years sooner, you know, whatever the circumstances, I would have felt locked in there, and I probably wouldn't have, you know, I wouldn't have like left the country where I was born and kind of like found a new career someplace else. So it's not always as simple as, you know, renting's bad and buying's
for
good.
20 years in
you know,
the biggest cities in America, San Francisco, LA, New York. I carefully
just
run
my view.
Numbers. And I'll give you an example. I lived in New York. I had a nice apartment in a great part of town. And I was very
It seems kind of
insistent
quiet. I'm
on
not
looking
hearing
on
anyone.
What was going on with other real estate properties? So there was a building right next door, same view, same square footage, same number of bathrooms, functionally identical. It would have cost me 2.2 times more to own than to rent. So just for easy math, let's say I spent $3,000 a month on rent, I would have spent $6,600 a month owning. Same place. So what did I do instead? I rented, means I didn't have to repair anything. If something happened, I called the landlord. Meanwhile, I took the extra $3,000
There's an arc in here, guy.
and invested it. Now you do that over years and years. You have to be disciplined about investing. But if you do that, you can make far more in certain cases than you would owning.
Why have I
Again,
got a
I'm not
horrible
saying owning is bad or renting is good. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Oh,
simply
no.
run the numbers, because just buying a house is not the same ticket to an upper middle class life that it
Those things are the death. They're the devil.
You mentioned, like home repairs.
Like,
What are some of
don't
those
go anywhere
other
near them.
Associated costs with buying a home that perhaps people don't really think about that much.
Well, I call them phantom
salvage
costs,
fabric.
and Americans
Grab
are
that.
extremely bad at calculating phantom costs. They just take the big number and subtract the small number,
Grapple.
and that is not the way it works. They don't factor in
Cat
basic
bed.
transaction costs, which
Drop
is
to
why
ground.
buying and selling a house in less than
Yeah,
10
okay.
years typically almost always loses you money. They
Right.
don't
I can't
understand
take on that
opportunity
thing out the
costs,
corner.
so that
I just
down
don't have the
payment
power to
that you
do it.
put down for your house,
That thing that's
if you
over there, I
simply
don't have
invested
enough
in less than
firepower. You need like a
2,500, they don't
lot of
understand
heavy
how
ammo
much
to
that
take that
actually
thing
would have
out.
made, because most people don't
So
understand
that's
compounding.
I forget that.
They
I
don't
can't make
factor
much
in
more noise.
repairs, the big ones,
Angle
but
grip.
also the small ones. The twice a month trip to Home Depot. They
Drop it
certainly
ammo,
don't
no.
factor in their time, gas. Who would do that? It takes a lot of work. We would much rather be satisfied with the idea that I bought this thing, I entered the upper middle class because I own.
Yeah.
And one day when I sell, I made $150,000. I always ask him, did you factor in taxes, interest, all the other phantom costs? They almost never do that. They don't want to.
How fucking
I've thought for a long time,
tough
I
is
think there's
that?
evidence that the biggest cause of marital agita or angst is actually rooted in finances. Yeah, you work with a lot of couples to help them manage their finances. What are the most common financial problems you encounter with couples, and what advice
Right, I
would you
can't-
have for young couples starting out in terms of their approach to money and
Right, how do I get out of here?
foots to their relationship?
When I speak to couples on my podcast, the most
Just the way I
common
came?
problem is that they simply have no shared vision of a rich life. And so
It's
what you
super
see
close,
is
I
this
can
very
hear it.
peculiar set of behaviors that emerges
It's
and
two of- it's right
calcifies
there.
over 30 years.
Right, fuck that.
One person
We
arguing
gotta
with
run,
another,
we gotta
"I
run, we
can't
gotta
believe
run, we
you
gotta
spent
run, we
this
gotta
much
run.
at Target." It's even become a punchline. You look at these reels on social media. I went into Target to spend $50. I walked out with $300. Hee 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 hee. That's not funny.
Oh,
that actually
no.
Funny. It actually is playing small.
Oh.
Because if you're fixated on a $50 purchase at the grocery store or Target, you are missing out on what a truly rich life is. So that's number one, is no shared vision. They never actually sat down and had a conversation about what does money mean to us?
That's interesting.
What is our ideal vision of a rich life, and how do we use money to live it?
That's super risky.
Connection.
Should I shoot them?
Of how where
if I did that, would that be bad?
Affects their decisions today. I speak to a lot
it
of
might be bad. Well, okay. What do I have?
$5,000 of debt, etc. But
a gas grenade. Nah, I won't shoot them. I'd feel really bad if I did that.
Most of us have never ever been in the room and listened to a couple with $8 million of net worth talking about money. We've never heard a couple that has that much money talk about it. But I do. I bring them on.
Am I back the way I started? I think I am.
Worried about money. You will hear that
lobby,
they still
business center, atrium, medical research. Let's try in for that.
Price on blueberries. They still drive extra for gas, and they do not truly internalize the idea that I won the game of money, and now I get to turn the page and engage in the next chapter of our rich life.
Fireball
burner. What does a rich life actually mean?
That's the question, isn't it?
We're gonna need a bigger boat, Ed.
Mechanical
you
components.
Must really think of a lot of Ramit here to think
Damn it!
What is the meaning of life for me? No, let's go. Let's start with an easier question. Is there a God?
That's right. That's right. Scott's one of the only guys who talks about the value of spending money, and I think that is a huge problem in our culture, which is everybody teaches you how to save money, but nobody actually teaches you how to spend it meaningfully, and that's the purpose of a rich life.
Alloy. Oh, goddamn. Okay, drop that.
Accumulate it. That's not the point.
Drop that.
The point is to spend your money meaningfully on a rich life, whatever that is.
I can get another more of those
really
over here.
This is not arrogant. I have so many rich friends that don't know how to spend their money.
There.
They still have anxiety, and not only that, or they just spend it really poorly. They live in shitty homes, take shitty vacations, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, you spend so much time learning how to make money, and no one has taught you how to spend it.
How to enjoy yourself.
Take nice vacations. They don't give money away. They don't. Anyways, I'm totally on board here. Let me get back to the question here.
Where is it?
I'm curious how you think gender roles, or even specifically.
There's one of those little effers nearby.
Well, the gender roles are a huge deal, and they're not talked about. It's so taboo. It's taboo to talk about money in relationships in the first place. We'd rather talk about our sex life.
Right, where is it? It's over there somewhere. I can tell.
Bring on couples on my
podcast,
let's
go this way.
On my Netflix show, and sometimes, for example, we will have a higher earning
woman
than her heterosexual partner, the man. And this
here.
typically, not always, but typically produces some really interesting dynamics. I saw once, for example, there was a young woman.
Yeah, where was that?
Around 40. She made 100 times what her partner made. She made $200,000 per month.
Okay, that's close.
She was an entrepreneur doing extremely well. So she wanted her partner to occasionally pay for dinner. Sounds reasonable. He did.
All right, they're over there
he
somewhere,
said,
clearly.
I'm happy to pay for it. But when he did,
But we're got our own way to go.
No, I want you to put your credit card away because I want you to actually invest that money in a Roth IRA. He hadn't grown up like she had, being educated about investments, etc. And so what they did was they created a.
I think he's disturbed one of those annoying screaming things.
Give him her credit card, and he would then pull it out and pay at dinner. Now, a lot of people think this is totally absurd. I can't believe they're doing this dance when in reality, she makes more, she should just pay, etc. But the fact is, gender roles are very deep. They're very real. We can't ignore them. They've existed for thousands of years. With that said, I think that things have changed quite a bit, even in the last 20 years, particularly with more women.
Yo, it's the Wayfinder, huh?
In major cities, women earn more than men in their 20s. It's quite remarkable. And that's causing a major crisis of understanding of how to spend.
Bro, are you just running around playing music? That's kind of bad, I have to say.
Environment that we have. So for me, the best way to do it is to actually share stories of couples. Bring them on.
That is kind of bad.
How they actually talk about it. Because right now we just have this caricature.
I'm guessing there's a bunch of people trying to take on a.
No, I want to listen
there we
to
go.
them 3 hours talking about exactly who should pay, why, what does it make them feel like, and that to me is so insightful.
So first off, I love your stuff, and there's some really interesting stats.
There's a bunch of people down here. That's exactly what that noise is. Oh, that's the second time I did that.
Because he loses a sense of confidence. And I hate to say this, but the data shows that once the woman starts making more money than the man,
I slipped way too far.
I mean, these gender roles are really, really baked into us. One of our theses is that all young people should have a financial plan, but without a really solid financial plan as a man.
Yeah, well.
And that it is especially important for young
How do you use a DFIP?
How do you balance advice to young men around both finding something that they love and find emotional reward, as opposed to the way I was
I need to figure that out. How the hell do you use
my 110% objective?
If you have a DFIP, how the hell do you use it?
I didn't want to save the world. I didn't want to be a good person. I didn't give a shit about the dolphins or the whales. I just wanted
Yeah, I'm running.
Inspire. Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. You're welcome, young people. There's a reason Ramit has a Netflix show, and I'm here with you in. On next season, how to be unhappy, angry, and depressed.
There's one of those screaming things just over there.
Down here, Scott's like, welcome to my lair where we talk about the most taboo subjects.
Your show's over.
I'm getting canceled.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Fuck that.
There is something pure about the way that you were, as you put it, an economic animal. I think that's pretty rare. I think unless you live in New York or a few cities, most people are not thinking that long term. Just to put it bluntly, most of the people I talk to do not think beyond the next month with their money. It's as simple as that, bar none. And that is true for both genders, by the way. I do think that there are certain expectations of men in our culture. When I speak to couples,
oh shit! Wait!
of the time,
no, I don't have a DFIP. No.
A man, what is your role when it comes to the finances? He will always use the same word. It starts with a P. Provider. It's as simple as that. And when he cannot be a provider, whether he's laid off temporarily, something happens, or his partner earns more, I ask him, you were a provider, what about now? And he's lost. And I think that that's a tragedy because I do think money is an important part of a rich life, but it's a small part. If you have a partnership where the two of you are earning money,
take me home,
temporarily step back, one may be
take me home,
etc., etc., etc. If you can negotiate those changing roles, which every couple has in any given relationship,
we're dropping.
One earns more than the other earns more. This is typical, but you got to be able to talk about it. And most
that's what I need is metal parts.
Not taught to talk about it. It's shameful to bring up the fact that they are not earning as much as their partner in some cases.
We're supposed to be accidental ballers, so no one needs to think about it.
Yes, and it's not cool to talk about planning and to talk about this is how I feel, and I feel better when I make this much money, or I feel better when I can provide X, Y, Z. It's not cool. It should just happen. And I don't believe that. You know, I talk a lot about I was a really skinny kid. I called myself a skinny Indian guy. And I wish I hadn't used those words because it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. And when I decided I want to change my body and learn how to eat properly and train properly, it took me years just to get out of my own head. We have to be able to articulate our views of who we are. Am I
I am way down.
Does a provider
way the hell down?
How much money I bring in? Can I provide in other ways? These are questions that women have been asking for a long time, but men are not expected to ask them. They don't have the skills to ask them, and frankly, a lot of them don't have the interest to ask them. That is what I'm trying to change.
What are some of the practical, actionable steps that couples can take? Like, do you recommend, for example, that maybe couples sit down once a month and discuss their finances or something like that?
Absolutely. So at least
this
once
way
a
out?
month. When you start off, it might be once every 2 weeks.
Or
it's a 60-minute meeting. You always start off with a conflict.
That way out.
Always. You know why?
Yeah, we're
Because
going to
most
Metro.
people, they only talk about money when they're fighting about it. They literally never talk about it when things are good. They only talk about it when things are bad. How could you? I go, no, we're not going to do this. We're going to recalibrate. So it's as simple as saying, every time we travel, I love that you book our flights. You do such a great job, and I know that we're going to have comfortable seats. Thank you. I love you. Simple as that. You start off with a compliment.
Right, I'm getting out of here.
A couple of key numbers. These are very simple. You know, I don't budget down to the level of tracking how much I spent on asparagus. What a waste of time. I don't
there
use
it
a budget,
is.
Nor should anybody. In fact, they don't. Nobody uses a budget. It's just this puritanical
Oh,
guilt that we love
shit.
to berate ourselves for not tracking, which is pointless anyway. So anyway, you need to know 4 numbers. You track those numbers carefully. There are a couple of variable costs that people have, eating out and travel. kids sometimes, depending on what you're spending.
Yeah, that's
on.
not what you.
pick
That's
the
not
number,
what.
you track
That's
it
not what you need when you're about to call a
each
thing.
person owns a little bit, which, by the way, is a key mistake couples make. There's the money person, and there's the non-money person. This is a big mistake. When your money person gets hit by a bus one day, the other person
Yeah,
is
thanks for
left
the
bereft.
defib, guys. I
They are
appreciate
grieving,
that.
And they're going to be preyed on by the vultures from those shitheads at Goldman Sachs. This is what we do not want. So you want them both to be engaged. And you talk about your numbers, then you talk about what's exciting coming up next month, what do we need to plan for, and then you call it a day. You don't need to solve everything in this meeting. You just need to be on the same page and move on until you talk about it.
Okay, something's going on.
I just want to point out how much I appreciate you selling your ass down on the Bowery to pay our payroll. I really appreciate you. I haven't heard anything you said in the last 30 seconds thinking about that joke. That makes me so happy. I don't care if our listeners don't make fun. It just makes me...
Right, I'm calling it. I'm calling it.
He saw the gleam in his eye.
I also saw your face.
Later, guys.
We'll be right back after the
That was fun.
We're back with property markets.
Oh, we're
I'd love
back
to know,
with property
what are some of
markets,
your
huh?
worst spending habits you've ever seen?
Easy. It's always the same two things. Housing and cars. Always.
Zip.
Americans love housing and cars, and they make the biggest financial mistakes with those two categories. Number one, housing, they overspend dramatically on because in their religion, which
Is
is
there anything that's actually like
housing,
on tonight that's
they have
cool,
a very
or are
simple
we just
way
going
of
back
looking
there
at the world.
again?
It's simple, almost childlike. I need to own because housing always goes up. So therefore, I'm going to own. It's as simple as that. They don't care to know about interest or phantom costs or anything. It's just, I'm going to buy a house, it's going to go up, and I'm therefore going to be rich.
God damn, I've almost
Huge
filled it up
mistake,
again.
And that's number one.
Right.
Number two is cars. Oh my God, Americans love cars, and it shows up in peculiar ways. The minute they have kids, what's the first thing they do? They go, I need to go buy a 7-seat SUV.
Six, so there's a cat. Oh, I had a cat bed as well.
Need to buy a house with a backyard.
And 6 prickly pears.
And so we transfer all of our anxieties to our baby. Huge mistake. When I see couples that fight about...
Yeah, I imagine it would be a huge mistake transferring all your anxiety to a baby. I mean, like, it's a baby, for goodness sake. Why would you put all your anxiety onto it?
Things like, I can't believe you spent that much on energy drinks at the gas station. I already know it's never about the energy drinks. It's not about Target. It's not about eating out. It is that they are spending too much on their housing and cars. There's nothing left over. And yet they don't know that. They can't make the connection. So they fight about how much they ate out and spent on appetizers.
They fight about nonsense is what they do.
What do you think of the notion of quote-unquote the number, of having a number at which point you feel like you'll be done, can exhale? I, from a very young age, had a number. I don't know if it's a good idea, and I kept doubling it. My appetites would get bigger.
Well, isn't that the point?
What else we got?
That just shows you it never works.
It doesn't work.
Down control tab. I've had that
It's
before.
always men that have a number, by the way. Men.
Bastion cells. These are
love
useful.
To spend their entire lives living in a freaking spreadsheet, going, "Ooh, okay, 4.2 million at
workshop.
4%. That's going to be really nice." And then they don't
Level up.
realize.
Bastion
'cause I
cells.
had a number too when I was in
Oh,
college. We all sat around, all my guy friends.
shit.
And then you realize, oh, $100,000 is probably
I
not
just
the kind of
need
lifestyle I want to
2
live.
more
And then you
industrial
up it and up
batteries.
it. And then ultimately, if you are smart, you realize
That's for the
it's
gear
not
bench.
about a number. Sure,
That's the
you
gear
need
bench.
some amount
Refined
to be able to
bench
live the kind of lifestyle
needs
you want. But the
Bombardier
actual
cell.
point of a rich life is not a number. It's never going to be found in a spreadsheet. It is about the journey. It's also about defining what a rich life is for you.
Industrial,
And then when you know that, you
Spaceport
can
has
spend
industrial,
extravagantly
doesn't
on
it?
the things you love and cut costs mercilessly on the things you don't. If you
The
love a
matriarch's
Ferrari,
there? Are you
God
serious?
bless. If you love it and you can afford it, I support it. I want you to buy it. But what most of us do is we pick this number
shit.
totally
Right, the
arbitrarily.
matriarch's there. We're doing
We have
that.
no context for it. We don't know what 1 million, 2 million, 6 million, 12 million means. How could we? And then as we start to earn more and invest more, we simply chase bigger and bigger numbers. It's a pointless, it's pointless.
Well, as someone who engaged in that pointless activity, just a couple observations. When you talk about houses and cars where people make mistakes, I think a lot of that is the most explicit
hey,
means of
Christ, you scared me.
communicating to
You're
your
back
peers and
earlier than I
friends
thought
and
you'd be.
potential friends that I'm successful, you should be my friend. And or you should respect and admire me, or I made a good choice with my spouse, or what have you. Granted, this is the mother of all good problems. But say
we'll
you
use
are
some basic
shallow
ones.
and had a number, and you hit that number. How do you think, if and how do you think your mentality should change in terms of your approach to work or approach to finance or managing your personal finances?
This is what I love talking about. So I've had a lot of friends who became wealthy from selling a company, or they just were investing for the last 15, 20 years with a high income.
Simple
Some of my
gun
friends
parts is
spend
what I need.
very poorly.
I don't know how to
Like-
get those. You have
like
to
they
randomly
take a lot
find
of
them.
pride in how little they spend on certain things.
Okay.
When I don't actually
We're
think
ready. Fuck
you
it.
should be proud of living a smaller life than you have to. I actually consider it a tragedy. In America, we have a very puritanical strain that runs through us, and this idea that I don't want to get too big for my britches. So I'm not encouraging everybody to go out and buy expensive handbags and very expensive clothes. Although if you love it and you can afford it, I support it. But I do think that you shouldn't consider it virtuous to live a smaller life than you have to. So what I have tried to do, I reached out to some of my friends. I said, hey, come
People
to
are
New
accepting
York.
my friend requests.
Let me take you out. We'll go try all kinds of nice things, and you can decide what's important to you. What do you like? Because when I was a kid, I grew up very middle class. My parents are immigrants. I had to learn all of this on my own, and I used to scoff. Why would somebody go to a nice restaurant? I'll go to Taco Bell. They're paying 100 times and I'm more full. And I really looked down on people who spent money. What I should have done was get more curious. Why would somebody who can afford it sit in the front of the plane? What are they getting that I don't understand?
Right.
And yet, so most of us, I call it the D to C principle. We need to go from disparagement to curiosity. But most of us don't. We simply absorb what the media tells us, which is those rich people are evil, but at the same time, we simultaneously want to
Right, is
be
the
rich.
matriarch
So we
actually
have this
here?
tortured relationship with money. Anyway,
the
I
map.
invite them to come to New York and spend money. Not one of them has ever taken me up on it. Not one. And I'll do it for free. Why? We don't really want to learn the skill of spending. In fact,
Okay, well, she must be around then. Let's just see who's there.
It makes us
Let's see who's
deeply
playing.
uncomfortable to think about spending more money.
So again, another problem, or a good problem. I often say I wouldn't have what I have if I had what my kids
Anything?
have.
Nope.
And that is, I grew up without a lot of money, and it created a real drive, a real sense of grit. And I think that's been
We're going
hugely
half a
beneficial
kilometer.
for me.
God damn.
And my kids aren't going to have that, or they're just not going to
Okay,
have
snitch.
the same need. Do you have any advice?
You know
in
what? I should
terms
also
of
start looking
if
for
and
crap
when
as
to
well,
pass
quite
on
frankly.
Wealth
Okay.
to kids, and what good money habits are in terms of
anything,
raising, productive
anything.
sons and
Yes.
I do. I've spoken to
Rope to
many,
tape
many
heavy gun
thousands of
parts.
parents, and the most common question that there's two
Anything
common
in the bin?
questions. The first is, should we give them an allowance? Which is so micro and irrelevant. Give them an allowance, don't give them an allowance. It makes
I'm
no
not
difference.
hearing
That's
firepower
on
like
my
they're.
list of
Oh, is
questions
it
to ask
burning?
you. It's something that we fixate on, but it's actually.
I was like, I'm not
irrelevant.
hearing the typical kind of explosions and firepower you'd normally hear when people are attacking the matriarch, which tells me there's probably no one around.
The
Which
second
is a real
thing
shame.
is,
Oh, someone's
most
there.
Parents, I'll get these messages every week. It's always the same. I just had a son. I just had a daughter. What kind of account should I
I can
open?
hear
Should it be a
something.
529 or this or that? And they're always the same. They're 38 to 42 years old. And I slow them down. I say, hey, congratulations.
Okay, yeah, someone
Before
got
I
fucked
answer
by a
that question,
snitch.
Tell me about your own finances. And they go, oh, well, not too good. We started off late. I wish I had started off early. And
Okay,
what
we're in
they
the
are really saying
compounds.
is, I've lost the game of money for myself, but I'm not going to let my son or daughter.
There's no
lose the game.
matriarch,
First of all,
guys. That's a
huge
bit of a
mistake.
weird
Parents should
thing.
put
Why were they
yourself
advertising
first.
a
And I say
matriarch
that
here when
as
there's no
someone who grew up in a
matriarch?
very collectivist culture.
Oh, there
I
is. There it
understand what
is.
it's like to give everything to your kids, but your kids have time. You have far less. Okay, they can take out loans. And
It
there's
must be
nothing
pretty quiet in
that
here. I'm not
wrong
seeing
with
anyone else
taking out a little
fighting,
bit of
though.
Educational loan. It's not tragic. It's not horrible.
I take it back. There are people there. Yay!
Most parents are not aware of the messages they are sending out to their kids. So when I speak to people on my podcast, I'll ask them, what did you learn from your parents about money? And they'll say things like, all they said was, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. If you hear that
True.
5,000 times by the time you're 18, you start to believe it, even if
True.
you have millions of dollars. So for parents, here's what I would suggest. When your kids are young, really young, pull them up to the computer with you. Say, hey, we're about to pay
Okay,
this
we'll go-
bill. Can you help me push this button? This button is what helps us keep a roof over
Goddamn
our head and
turret.
eat all
Right,
this
go,
food.
go, 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 go.
Make
Get
them
behind
see
that.
the excitement of engaging with money. As they get older,
fuck
go to the
you.
grocery store, say, we have $100. Here's what we need to get. Help me do this. Even if they make mistakes, they're going to forget about taxes. Fine.
Goddamn thing,
Then,
right?
By the time they're in their teen years, late teens, they should have planned a full vacation.
Right. Okay.
That means understanding everything.
How are we gonna do
about
this?
Taxes, tips, transportation, all of it. That is how you take a child and turn them into an adult with money. You don't
Is there a
give them
person up there?
You build those skills along their childhood.
I'm not seeing anyone. I'm attacking someone now.
This role of financial advisor.
Okay, hold on. All the financial advisors listening to this are getting mad already because, number one, I'm not a financial
Because you're
advisor.
talking
Number two, I always
nonsense?
tell people never pay AUM. Yeah. Never. And then they really hate me when I say that. Anyway, sorry, I just had to clarify that. I have nothing against advisors, just AUM.
But you play that role, and then sort of, and then you're also playing this role of therapist in a way. I can't say you're
Right.
a licensed therapist. But
Open. Let's have a look. Oh!
They're very personal, and they're.
I've never been down here before.
I'm just wondering, to what extent do you believe that money and personal finances and mental health are related, and what have you kind of learned about human psychology through doing this show and writing the books?
Money is deeply emotional, and what's ironic is that many of the people who are most emotional about money, they will criticize themselves. They'll literally say, I know I'm too emotional.
God, it sounds like there's a monster upstairs, doesn't it?
The subtext there is, being emotional is bad. I'm bad. I need to change who I am and stop being it. And the first thing I do is I go, money is emotional. There's nothing wrong with that. It will always be emotional. And they've never heard somebody talk like that.
It's right above us.
I say is,
Yo, friendly.
You know, most
I'm here for the
people
action.
do not have facility with their numbers. From the people I've spoken to, 50% do not know their household income. A full 50%. You do it all the time. I'll bring them on. They filled out a form themselves, and I look at the number. I go, okay, you make 75 or 120 or 680. I go, did you know that?
You got it?
Half of them go, no, I don't. Is that not shocking? So the emotions will always be there, but the problem is if you don't know your numbers, your emotions can go out of control. Your
Alright, I can't see shit.
True, but they may not be telling you the truth. And suddenly you're worried. I talk to multi-millionaires constantly, but they don't understand the numbers. 90% of people I talk to in the day do not know.
Reload.
They know. They don't want to open up the envelopes or the emails. And 95% of them do not know their debt payoff. Again, why would they? They don't like to feel bad. Somebody said, yeah. So money is emotional. We have to engage with that. We can't deny it. We can't pretend that it's a bunch of stuff.
Get back, bro. Get back.
It is so, it's like an automaton. Like people are robots, and they're not. You gotta meet them where they are. Paint a vivid picture of what's possible, and then, yes, teach them how to engage with their numbers.
On the other side, I can imagine a lot of people listen to the podcast and watch the show, and then suddenly, okay, I'm going to go get super diligent about money right now. Is there a recommendation for people who may be thinking about
Q.
Well, there's 4 types of people that I made. One of them, given enough time to sit in a spreadsheet and run a month, I love planning. I love thinking about what's wrong. Now, the benefit is if you're an optimizer, which I suspect Scott is as well. Scott is probably a combination of an optimizer.
How many of these do I have left?
Which is a very
None. Okay, so we're going back to the anvil, huh?
It actually serves
Reload.
you very well because you optimize and you save and you invest.
Oh, hi, Elise.
Oh, so cool. I'm so good at this. The problem is that most people don't know how to turn it off. They don't even do that. They just think, I'm great. I love analyzing my investments. So optimizer's one. The avoider is a very classic one. That's so classic in America. Worrier loves to worry. In fact,
You got enough ammo?
them, what would it feel like to not worry about money? They are simply that they don't know how to answer because they only worry about money, typically with parents. And then finally is the dreamer is like some of these folks who invest in Bitcoin and they speculate all the time and they think like success is right around the corner. This MLM, this one opportunity, just get this one deal. It's always about the dream. Those are the 4 categories: avoider, worry, accept that they won this part, and that they actually.
Am I watching something about the markets at the same time? Let's casually listening to it.
What, I'm curious for me, what do you do with your money? What's your approach to investing?
The vast majority of my net worth is in simple index funds. I did a bunch of angel investments several years ago. I lost money on almost every single one. And the one or two that I made money on, I'm like, yes, man. I basically made the same in the S&P, so I stopped.
Angel investing is consumption, is the way I describe it. It's there to learn about small business, help young people. I do think there's some psychic reward, but it should be...
Give me a second. I'm just gonna double check. I'm just checking. Give me a second.
How fees? I mean, one of the things about index funds is I imagine it's Vanguard or low fees. Can you talk a little?
Okay, I've got it. I found it. I've got an out battery. Don't worry, I've got it.
I mean, fees are the vampire of the industry, and many of us don't understand. I talk about fees on your investments and from a financial advisor frequently, and most people are simply dumbfounded. I'll give you an example. I had a young woman, she was 30, and she wrote me an Instagram DM, and she said, I can't tell if I'm being ripped off by this financial advisor. I said, tell me your numbers. So she told me what she was paying, which was something like 1.25%. Again, if you've never heard this number before, 1%, 1.25%. Yeah, no big deal. Oh, somebody looked over my money. That sounds great. And I said, okay. I asked her a couple of questions. I said, how much do you think that would cost you?
I need more charge for my shields.
No idea. She was actually steadfast. She refused to answer my question. I said, I get it.
Is it down? Did you get it?
No,
bro, you got it. Nice.
Financial advisors. You can get amazing financial advisors paying an hourly or project fee. You can get amazing index funds compared to some mutual fund. You will not beat the market, especially anyone watching this. You don't have access to the investments that would beat the market. And so when you're buying a commodity or you're buying something that is costly, a huge difference, you want to focus on cost. The cost of my overall portfolio is something like 0.05%. It's effectively nothing. That will make me millions of dollars over the course of my lifetime. Even if you don't have as large of a portfolio, costs matter to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Do you have any recommendations for how people?
I think I'm okay.
Who to listen to?
But thank you.
I'm just thinking about that woman that you interacted with. Why should people listen to you, for example? Why should anyone listen to anyone else about what they should do with
Okay,
their
cool. Shields up. Thank you, though. Thanks for the offer.
Anyone on CNBC, Kathy Wood, Chamath Palihapitiya, those are the people we should be listening to for financial advice.
Anyone who listens
okay, that's the matriarch time, huh?
This is a great question. Because to the average person, it is effectively unknown. You listen to somebody on TV, you have literal scammers going on TV, and they're blessed with the credibility of something like a major TV show. Then you go on TikTok, and you have a guy wearing shorts, writing on a whiteboard, talking about some fancy new way, which is really just a wrapped up bullshit version of whole life insurance, which you should always avoid, and saying like, just tapping into the frailties of American culture, saying, I will help you grow tax-free. Americans hate taxes more than anything. They would rather lose money.
God damn, it's crazy.
Make millions and pay a little bit of taxes. Oh my God. Like when I talk to people,
hey, Elise.
one of the things I try to do is use myself as an example. I tell them, I'm rich, I'm happy to pay my taxes, and in fact, I should pay more in taxes. I tell them I'm happy to tip more, and these are things that wealthy people should be thrilled to do. Only in this country could I have been as successful as I've been. They're shocked when I say that. So who should you listen to is a really difficult question, because some of the folks who are giving advice are actually pretty credible, but their advice is based on what was happening in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, which is quite different than today. Housing.
That thing took a while, man. God damn.
It's not just avocado toast, it's structural for young people. I don't know. I don't know how to tell you who to listen to, except to be the example of someone who I hope is credible, and you can start with me, and you don't have to agree with me on everything. You probably shouldn't. You should be listening to multiple people, but you should kind of know, beware of anyone who's promising something that is highly confusing. Money's actually quite simple at its core. Focus on low-cost, long-term investments, avoid fees, define your rich life and use your but when you're talking about things that have all kinds of confusing words, tax-free, estate planning, etc., I start to get really nervous. That's what I would say.
Yeah, just a thought that has occurred to me during this interview. Like, I love when you talk about the idea of like the religion of homes, even maybe like the religion of cars. There are just these things that you go, oh well, other people, other rich people, it's sort of a symbol of richness and wealth that I can relate.
I don't suppose you've got any spare heavy ammo, do you?
And it feels like what you're kind of empowering people to do is actually look at their lives and be like, wait, what do I actually what do I think is the best decision for me? And I wonder if maybe that applies to
well, the leaper's smoking, so
too. Having, you know, the empowerment and the agency to say, okay, well, I've listened to these people, and I agree with this guy, and I don't agree with this guy. But it's the idea of making that choice. It feels like that you're really empowering people to make that choice. Would you say that that's...
How do you craft it in the field?
Thank you very much for saying that. You know, I appreciate that, and I think the rarest thing in the universe is having a strong point of view. It can't
the
be
whole time.
Inside, and it's incredibly rare. So I want everyone.
The whole goddamn time it was right here.
A view on what a rich life is, and your rich life will be different than mine.
God damn.
My rich life, the more I turn that dial, and it fits me like
they're
like
tough.
A handmade glove, the more bewildering it is to the outside world. That's exactly how it should be. They go, how can a guy who makes that kind of money still rent? That makes no sense. Why does he do this? Why does he not care about that, but he spends extravagant?
Oh, so close, come on.
Good. That's what a rich life is. It fits you like a glove, and it doesn't necessarily make sense to other people on the outside.
One of the toughest things about investing for young people is just getting started. It's like writing a right page. It doesn't even matter where it is in the book, just start writing. Can you give us some concrete steps? You're 24, you've been working for a couple of years, you're trying to figure out a way to spend less than you make. What is your first step?
Okay, that took all my ammo, but we took it down.
Step one, I just want people to actually see a couple of numbers that will blow their minds. Go online, search for compound interest calculator, and plug in your numbers. You're 24 years old, you have 41 years to compound this money if you retire at 65.
Probably longer, right?
Yeah, probably longer, but let's plug it in, be conservative. I always assume a 7% return rate just to factor in inflation, but actually just do that. Don't change. You're not going to get higher than that. Just put 7%. When you plug in the numbers, you'll be quite frankly. Now, what most young people do is they sandbag.
Where is it? Which one? Is it here?
Their income will go up and it will peak in their late 40s or even 50s. So they think that the salary they have in their 20s is max. Please don't do that. But just pick a number. You can play around with the numbers and you start to see, oh my gosh, putting $100 a month is great. $500 a month, which is quite reasonable over the course of a lifetime, is even better. And then more and more.
Cool, got it. Thank you. Perfect.
Get married, etc. So now you realize, oh my gosh, I'm a millionaire. I just need time. Cool. What do? There's two things you want to do. First of all, if you have a 401k at work, contact your HR person and ask them, how do I do this? Okay, they'll walk you through it. That's what they do. Set it up. I suggest you take the amount of your salary that you get matched, set that up to be contributed automatically to your 401k. Now, a lot of people go, how can I do this? I'm living paycheck to paycheck, etc. Let's remember, first of all, the vast majority of people are not living paycheck to paycheck. There's been a concerted effort in this country to make people think that the economic situation is worse than it is. It's actually the median net worth for a household is $193,000 with $8,000 in checking and savings. So,
can I take that as well?
This paycheck to paycheck thing, we got to stop using that phrase. It means nothing. Okay.
Sweet, I'm out.
Most people will be able to take money, whether it's $50, $100, $500 a month.
Nice.
Set aside automatically, you will not miss it after 2 or 3 months. It's like magic. The second thing is,
out of ammo.
If you have the opportunity, open up a Roth IRA.
No way I'm sticking around. Heavy cannon's almost dead.
$100 a month.
We're done.
But just remember
Level
this, at the end of every year in
32. Come
December,
on.
turn that number up. My suggestion is if you increase your investment rate and your savings rate 1% every year from your 20s, you will be a multi-millionaire. So this year you're investing 4%. At the end, make it 5%.
Well, the thing is, people say, I mean, I hope that's true, because that is what I'm doing. I feel like everyone else, I'm just sticking whatever spare cash I have into the market and hoping to God.
Just 1% every year, you will be
Raiders,
a huge multimillionaire.
And when you're my age, you're going to be spending or saving 110% of your salary.
Yeah, you have to stop at some
Cancel
point.
pressure.
But usually, the problem is not stopping.
Breaching
The problem is
doors.
starting and even
Used to
turning that
wait.
number
What's
up
the one that
once.
lets me
I never have to tell people, oh, the occasional
Prefs.
fire member,
Hang
I have
on.
to tell them, like, hey, you're investing 70% of your
Right,
income.
what is the
It's
actual
fine.
one that
Take
lets
10%,
me
have some
turn
fun.
scrap in the
But almost
field into
I'd love to
actual
know
proper materials?
What got you into this? Like, how did you
Gentle
get into
pressure.
the world of personal finance?
Breaching
What inspired you
doors.
to write your book
Nimble
and
climber.
create this show?
What, you mean it's not normal for a
Stamina.
18-year-old kid to be writing about compound
Lose
interest
instincts.
when I started?
Rant.
Is that when you
Lost the ability to craft.
18?
Well, I started when I was in high school, and I started this business 20
Can
years
craft
ago. I'm actually
items while
20
topside.
The business is 20 years old this year.
Is there another way of
and
updating
the
that,
reason
though?
I started it was when I was going to college.
Additional items.
my
So,
parents
okay, I need to
said,
do
like,
these
of
ones
course you're going
here.
to college, you're Indian, but we have no money, so you need to find a way to pay for it. Apply
Well,
to
under
scholarship.
healing
I said,
effect
"Great.
is also
I love
increased.
systems. I applied to about 65
Walk critical hurt.
scholarships.
Okay, we'll go for
and
that one.
I started getting these checks. The first check they wrote.
And then that
to
one's
me,
next.
not
What
to
do
the
I get
college,
from
but
that
to
one,
me.
though?
I
I'm
took
hoping
that
I get
money and I
ammo.
invested in
That'd
the
be really
stock
cool.
market. This is around 1999, 2000. I
Now,
thought I was a genius. I put the money in the stock
customizations.
market,
When
probably
does
lost
this
half of
thing
it, and
become
I was like,
unlocked?
oh shit, maybe I'm not as smart as I thought. So while I'm studying,
Can I ever
human
unlock it? Or do I have to
psychology
buy?
and
I have to
persuasion,
buy it. And I've asked
I
this
was
question
also learning
before,
about
and it
personal
bugs
finance.
me.
I tried to teach my friends in school about personal finance, but kids in college don't want to learn.
Okay, we're
about
going
money.
back.
At
There's
least
no
not
way we're
freshmen,
not going
juniors,
back. Okay, saving.
and sophomores, maybe seniors, but most people don't want to learn, especially from me, a guy who was their friend, drinking beer with them. So
Am I
started
maxed
a
out
blog,
already?
And I figured maybe these lazy college kids will
I
just
am.
enjoy
Expand.
reading online, and that was
60
one of the best bets I
grand?
ever made. 20 years later, I have a business with a book.
All
and a
my
Netflix
money's
show
going
and
onto
all
that.
And I feel very grateful for sticking with it for 20 years. But to me, it's just
I
because
literally
there's
had
so many
6 rounds
layers
left.
of a rich life
Oh my god.
that it never gets old.
So last question. personal
Repair.
question.
68. Simple gun parts. I don't know how to make those.
Man, I could talk about this forever, Scott.
Yeah, I'm literally the same.
What
way.
can I
go-
turn these
I
into?
travel to
What do these
hotels
recycle down
constantly.
into?
Yes.
That and that. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you my favorite.
Okay, I've got tons of these now, so let's
hotel
recycle
is,
a bunch.
Uday Vilas,
So
which is
recycle
the
that.
Oberoi
Perfect.
Hotel in Udaipur in India. I love the Oberoi properties in India.
Okay.
Amanpur is another one in Phuket.
We're making
It's
some more
absolutely
stuff.
Beautiful, and we have a
Oh,
lot of fond
Phuket,
memories
beautiful
of that.
place.
And then I'll give you another one in.
Well, which thing do I have
Kenya,
first of all? I have.
Ngamamara, which we really loved as well.
That's
We were
level
there on
1.
Safari, but I love hotels because to me they
repair
are the
that.
Olympics of hospitality. And really, when there's a candle that's lit outside my
That's
room,
not repair. That's
it
repair.
just
So I
reminds me
need
somebody's looking over me.
medium,
somebody's taking care
and
of
I
me.
need
In a
heavy
way,
ammo.
It's very
Right.
childlike. It reminds me of my childhood. Someone is there watching over me. And
Medium.
in this case, it just means that I'm paying a lot of money for it, but I love it. I appreciate it.
the heavy,
And I know it
that's the
sounds
medium.
like freakishly
2, 3,
weird to
4.
most people. They're like, why the hell would this guy spend money on
Perfect.
this stuff? But that's me. That's my rich life, and
Smith,
that's what I love.
no.
Scott's
Gear.
Rosewood, Armand, Six
Ben,
Senses.
no,
what
it's
I'm missing, Scott.
what am I looking for?
I think
These.
Ramit is. I mean, he's clearly
1,
a
2,
gangster
3, 4,
here.
5,
The
6,
stuff
7, 8,
you
9,
mentioned
10.
is not even on my radar screen, but it sounds very luxe. Anyway,
Am I that low on chemicals?
Is the New York Times bestselling author of the Personal Finance Guide. I will teach you
That's
to be
kinda
rich.
crazy.
He also hosts a podcast by the same name, as well as the Netflix show How to Get Rich, and is sounds like living a very rich life. Ramit, this has been really interesting. I can see why you've been so successful on Netflix. You take what is an intimidating concept and you make it very friendly, very approachable. Thanks for your good work. Congrats on all your success.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Ramit.
Thank you for watching this version of Prop G Markets. Check out our podcast.
Ooh, what else we got? I think that's enough Prop G, quite frankly, because Prop G is all over the place. Passive income mix. I have to make 10 grand per month in what? 90 day. But right. I'm only watching this because I know for a fact that must be nonsense, but I'm curious. So let's just do that then.
from side hustles. Yeah, it's the financial Ozempic, and it's more accessible than ever. Like 90% of the ideas I talk about can be launched with $500 or less. And there's enough time in the day to do these on the nights and weekends. So in these 3 suitcases in front of me, I have 3 different amounts of money. And during this conversation, I'm going to pass you a box at random. And your job is to tell me
no,
what
it's
kind of business
medical.
you would start with that amount of money. Sounds good. Let's do this.
Known as the king of side hustles, Chris Kerner has launched over 80 businesses, earning millions in the process.
And now, the serial entrepreneur is going to teach us how to adopt a business mindset
and launch simple, overlooked, but profitable ventures with little money.
Many of us struggle financially, and they see a side hustle as a solution to that. Like for me, growing up kind of
okay,
business
we're doing
allowed
it.
me to take hold of my life and make it what I wanted it to be. And it started when I was 9 years old and wanting a Red Schwinn bicycle. My friends had a bicycle, my neighbors had a bicycle, and my parents didn't have money for it. But I lived across the street from a golf course, and these golf balls would fly in my yard. And I would go to my neighbor's yard and go across the street, dig through the ditches, and I'd pull out all these golf balls, and I started selling them. That was my first business. That taught me that business is approachable, and we all have ideas, but we usually don't do anything about it. Why? I think number 1, they're afraid of what people think. Number 2 is they don't have the tools, or they're not connecting the tools with the ideas. If we can get over those, the world is our oyster at that point. I have $1,000. What side hustle do you start? The first thing that comes to mind is my favorite business idea of all right now. This is a 0-employee business. It's highly profitable, and that would be... So how important is it for you to love the thing to be successful at it? Ignore passion, follow the profit until you can afford to follow your passion. Do they need a business partner? No. If you look at the stats on business failure rates with companies that have co-founders, it's significantly higher.
This is Tian Wen. Raider camps come in all shapes and sizes. If you spot a shack made of mostly corrugated sheets, that's probably one of ours. Let's go to the launch towers.
Right, same as before. Let's get in there.
I see messages all the time in the comment section that some of you didn't realize you didn't subscribe. So if you could do me a favor and double check if you're a subscriber to this channel, that would be tremendously appreciated. It's the simple, it's the free thing that anybody that watches the show frequently can do to help us here to keep everything going in the show in the channel. So please do double check. Thank you so much. Because in a strange way, you are pissed and you're so appreciated. So thank you.
Yo, it's you. Thank you.
That you're on. I am a father, I am a husband, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. And I love talking about business, starting businesses, and inspiring.
Alarm clock. What's this? Oh, I carry this?
Business has given me everything.
No.
It was my outlet. It was my way of just kind of taking hold of my
Okay.
life and making it what I wanted it to be. And I have immense gratitude for that. And I just love talking about it. It's the only thing I know. I can't talk to you about history or anything, but when it comes to business, I just love it, and I want other people to love it as well.
Head home at the south elevator.
In the world of business, because I've heard your name a lot recently. People call you the king of science.
How long have I been playing for? Okay, it's over 3 hours. I might just call it.
I think I just published my life on the internet now. I'm always testing and launching and starting businesses, but only over the last couple of years have I started publishing. And I didn't try to be like the king of science.
Something's there.
It's not something that I've ever like intentionally tried to brand myself as. But I think people see what I do as a life, and they call it that. Anything is scalable, any side hustle could be a multi-million-dollar business.
There's a Rocketeer. Screw that. Not going anywhere near that thing.
Had a bit of a feedback loop in terms of understanding.
And boom! We can hear it. We heard the big mama.
What is the crux of what people like my audiences are looking for? As humans, we all want a silver bullet. We want a solution to our problems.
It's right over there. Okay.
Many of us struggle financially, and they see a side hustle as a welcome to that, or a solution. I think everyone has ideas. Most people
Okay, this place is guaranteed full of us rolling things.
ideas, and so when they see someone like me freely executing on all the ideas, hopefully it opens their mind and helps them look at their ideas in a different way or a more approachable way. And maybe
Yeah, I'm hoping the sound isn't too bad on this one. I do like listening to things while I'm playing, that's the thing. Otherwise it just gets a bit quiet. There it is. Right, let's find some raiders.
Many of them are interested in starting their own business one day, and I use specifically sort of low amounts of money just to make it as accessible to them as possible.
I don't know today if anyone's actually successfully taken her out.
$500, $1,000, and $5,000.
Well, someone's up there.
On you and the businesses that you've started and the sort of the variety of success you've had. So can you give me an overview? Yeah. So
Right, they're all on the roof. Okay. Where's the bombardier? It must be around here someplace. Holy crap, there's the leaper. Doing what it does best. Leaping. Right. I wonder who's up there. Right. I guess we're gonna... Okay, we're gonna avoid that side. We'll go up that side here. Okay, wait. Okay. She's on the move. Quick. I feel exposed. Hey, yo. Hey, guys. We're all here for the same thing, huh? God damn! What the hell? Screw it. Use it while you've got it. Ouch. Okay, we're kind of stuck here. Is there a better option? Like to get round the back of her or something? Right. I'm gonna see if there's another way around. Nah, sorry, man.
It doesn't exist. With all these AI tools.
Nah, I don't have a debrief, sorry. Sorry, bro. Well, we are packing the loot. Right, I'm actually thinking get the hell out of here, truth be told. Sorry, bro, I'm gonna defib. Well done, you're back. God damn it. This thing is tough. This guy's got any more ammo on him? No. What's that? Roto cloak. An alarm clock, huh? Right, I've got 42 shots left. 52 shots left. Whoa, close. Right, charge this thing back up. Keep going, keep going, keep going! Oh shit! Any ammo? Fuck all ammo. Was that it? Was that it? Did we get it? Yo!
Let's head home at the West Elevator.
Pick, pack, and ship things. They charge fees for tracking their expiration dates. They charge extra fees if there's 5 items in a box versus 4. Like, there's so much friction there. That's so messy.
Right. Oh, they're still over there? For a second I thought everyone knew something I didn't and fucked off. I was like, oh no. Okay, I've got what I want. I'm going home. You guys all done? You got what you need? Oh, you're kidding me. What the hell's this? What's that? What is that? Is it the Bastion? Amazing job. Well done. And I was streaming the whole thing. Well happy. Climb on top. What? Oh, I need that. Okay, I'm out.
But the question I ask myself now, with the wisdom of like many years of business, is like, why did it end up that way?
Drop.
Which is why did our competitor, who's been doing this for 50 years,
Here.
Because they, as you said, there's clearly a set of things that have made them conclude, whether it's that scale or some of the factors.
Drop.
This is the best way of doing it.
Some sort of blueprint, I don't know.
I can't see this obvious thing.
What we got here? No.
Mine is, so maybe I should put my ego aside and at least start how they start.
What's this? Oh, we've got some cool shit here. Ammo, cool arc, more of those, nice. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, nothing really valuable, so no. Search this. Oh, ammo. Okay.
And they've just never tried Google Ads. Maybe Google Ads could convert twice better, right? But I don't want to guess that. I just want to start with Facebook ads, and then I'll still take 5% of my budget and start testing other concepts.
Got here. Art promotion. Okay.
It got me thinking about in business, basically, again, speaking broadly here.
Okay, how do I get out of here? Last place is here.
Head home at the West Elevator.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Things like AI have created a set of new problems and new opportunities as well. And what I tend to find is that 95% of the things in business are like old problems, like hiring, cash flow, how finance is done, legal, all those kinds of things. And
Okay, I guess we're heading back. I'm gonna go by the West Elevator.
find someone who knows, or hire someone or mentor, whatever. And then you have these new problems where there is no blueprint.
There is nowhere else to go, right?
It's a new challenge. So
Oh, actually, wait.
experimentation is the art.
Let's head home at the South Elevator.
That's closer. South Elevator's closer. Okay, cool. Way closer. My bad. I kept wondering, why is everyone going one way and I'm going a different way?
But do you test when it's an old cash flow management, hiring principles around like probation and notice periods.
An arc orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. Adrenaline, man. Worth every goddamn penny. Fucking awesome run, guys. Well done.
I approach hiring the same way.
Axel?
Oh God. Reached the haul of a lifetime, huh?
And your example of that storage company you started, it sounds like you hit an old problem.
Yes, very much so.
And you tried to innovate and experiment, but this was an old problem.
Nice.
The human beings and how they behave and businesses going bust was still pertinent.
Yeah, and at the end of our 2-year experiment, like we looked just like all of our competitors. So if we would have started there, we could have saved 2 years.
And this is what I found.
Oh, actually, workshop.
Waste years
Here, level up.
Where old
Need
problems are still,
one more battery.
strong and still hold.
Yeah.
Still there. Let's do it. Fuck it. Well, put that back.
I spent all my time experimenting on new problems. And I should have hired people to tell me how to navigate the old problems.
Yeah.
What was your I think one of the
Sweet.
videos that made
Basically nicked that one.
viral was your story of Bucky's.
Repair.
I think it's a US brand. Yeah.
God damn it. Simple gun parts. Do I have my own version of it? No, I threw it, didn't I? Of course.
What happened with Bucky's?
So this was during the time when I was running that business shipping products for
Okay, can I make simple gun
Bucky's
parts?
is a gas station brand with only 50 locations.
And if not, why not?
They do billions of dollars of revenue. I say gas
No.
station, they're between 40,000
No.
square feet. Wow, they're massive.
No.
They have an amazing brand, an amazing logo.
No. Oh, actually, I think I can get them from here, right?
But these gas stations are like they're on the way
Yes.
destinations. They're out in the middle of nowhere. And so if you live in Dallas,
Where'd you find those?
Beach, you're gonna stop by Bucky's on the way there on the way back, and you're probably gonna spend
Thanks.
$1,000.
I'll get
Oh.
those sent to the greenhouses. I'm always looking for more seeds if you find any.
So, at the time we were running this e-commerce fulfillment business, we went
Make
to
good
Bucky's.
use of
I
that.
brought my cousin, my business partner.
No, I will do. Don't worry. Metal parts. Okay, good.
And we were just having a conversation. I remember exactly where I was. I was like under this underpass, this huge underpass in DFW.
Repair. Repair.
These guys must kill it online. They must
Okay, good.
sell
That's
so much.
repaired enough.
Because I knew that Disney sells like billions of dollars of T-shirts on their website. Right? I
Workshop.
read a stat recently, so I kind of just took that data point, connected it to Bucky's, and said, "All right, Bucky's
Rattler.
is a fraction of the size of Disney, but they have the same amount of brand."
Yeah, let's go for the Rattler.
People love their shirts. You'll see their shirts all over the world. Even though they only
Workbench. Is it medium or heavy that I need more
I
of?
went to their website, and there was no shop button.
Heavy.
There's no place to buy their stuff. And I was just like all the light bulbs were going off.
I know a lot more chemicals.
We need to reach out to them. We need to bring them online. I just had all these ideas, and my cousin is much more balanced than I am.
Chemicals. What can I break down for chemicals? Batteries break down for chemicals. Coolant breaks down for chemicals.
His role is to like calm me down.
Okay, let's get some of the coolant.
But I just couldn't be calmed down from this. I'm like, no.
I need more cogs.
We're gonna buy one of everything.
Plenty of batteries.
Hire a photographer to take pictures of it. We're gonna launch our own Bucky's.
I need to start selling some stuff as well at some point.
Going to try to go viral. Like it's viral or bust, right? If we don't go viral, then I'll just.
Wolfpack, a grenade that scatters into multiple homing missiles. Oh, that was what the guy got.
So we bought one of everything. It cost thousands of dollars. I brought all 4 of my kids, and we brought it back.
Okay, hatch key. Yeah, we're taking that.
The website, and I emailed all.
And my second gun is going here.
One of them just loved the idea.
What? Can I upgrade this? Heavy weapon, mechanical components.
Respond to my cold emails. I wanted
Increased rate of fire.
them in tandem, but who am I? They didn't
Okay.
come at me. And I don't blame him. And so he wrote this big article about me.
Time is it? 11.
Wrote about it, and we did hundreds of thousands.
Should I do one more run? I'll call it a night. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'll call it a night. I've been doing it for like 3.5 hours. Okay, calling it a night, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And what was that? Yeah, thanks very much. Take care. And I'll be probably streaming again tomorrow. Although I'll probably be streaming something different. So thank you. Bye.